Ooh, 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 ah, ooh, 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 ah. I don't know why I did that. Good afternoon, everyone. This is part 5 of me reading through Cinder's 1,000-page Google Doc. It's a lot. Oh my gosh, and I think I bit my tongue reading it last night. Huh. So, before I begin, guys, I'm asking all Cinder fans and Pyropups to help me. Timestamp the VODs and put it in the comment section of the VOD so I can pin it so that way people can see it. Hey, Cracked. No, it's reading time. Cracked, I bit my tongue. Like, fudge. I think because, like, it kind of hurts to, like, chew or, like, drink or, like talk because, like, a part of my lip, I may have bit it while talking last night reading the Google Doc, so yeah. No, it's not. Not always. Not always, Cracked. Not always. Wrong. False. Also, I made a YouTube video regarding Cinder. I recommend everyone watch it and share that video so that way Pyropups may know I'm not. Why is there a trademark to the box? It's called A Message to the Pyropups from Cinder. I encourage all Cinder fans and Pyropups to watch it because I just read the section of the Google Doc where she has a message to the Pyropups. So I encourage people to watch it. But yeah, please help me out. I am but one man. I cannot do everything myself, especially since content creation is a side thing for me. It's a hobby. I have a 9 to 5, people. I can't dedicate as much time as I want to this as I want to. I have a work adult life. I'm literally a corporate worker. I'm a corporate worker. Like, there have been times where after work I would grab. There has been a few times, like I could probably count on my hand, where after work I would go drinking with some friends. I'm like the stereotypical salaryman from the animes that, like, after work they just go get wasted at a mom and pop shop bar. Anyway, enough about that. I'm stalling. I do have something later tonight around like 7 p.m., 8 p.m. CST. I don't know, but yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, let's continue where I left off. Gotta find it though. It was Silvervale, right? It was Silvervale. Where was I? I know I was reading this stuff. Ah, that's right. This is her reference sheet. And wow, it's like legit the reference sheet. Like, you can also find it on our X account if you search hard enough. Thanks, King Ed Shadow Knight. Yes, I'm here at this one. Yeah, I'm here at this one. Referencing Silvervale. When my character design was finished, I then needed to get stream assets. Red and I looked over all of the popular VTubers credits at the time to find artists we liked who we could work with. That included Silvervale's. There's a handful of things that I referenced from Silver throughout the years that aren't included in this document, such as emotes and 3D models. December 20th, 2020. We liked Silver's chibi art on her Twitch panels and her stream alerts. Red messaged the same artist that made hers for exactly those things, citing Silver as a reference. He got to know this artist and they became our friend. They were the only artists in the VTubing space we really knew at the start of 2021. And what happened to be mutual friends with Silvervale. Hey Blank, my girlfriend and I are talking to a bunch of artists right now for her VTuber debut next spring. We're both totally in love with your work. We found you through Silvervale's credits. I know your commissions are closed right now, but I wanted to ask if you know when, if they'll be open again. We'd be super happy to work with you, and we can send you our character's reference sheet if you'd like to see if you're interested. Thank you. December 21st, 2020. Hey, I feel super honored, thank you. I would love to know what you guys would be interested in so I can tell you if I'm able to accept your commission anytime soon. Hey again, long day, lol. We're really glad you like Sinder. We really like the Twitch panels and alert box images you made for Silver and would love something like those. We were also looking around for stream overlays, although we're shopping around for those right now. Mouse-chan uwu, sorry, I live in Central Standard Time. I don't know what to tell you. You can always watch the playback when the VOD's finished. I appreciate you taking the time to join, though, but yeah. Sorry to see that you cracked your phone screen cracked. Jeez. Fan art of Silvervale. After I had a character design, I had planned to draw a series of fan artwork of myself with different VTubers I liked, looked up to, or were an inspiration to me in some way, and post them using my hashtag CinderDoodle tag. I had 4 planned, started 3, but only ever finished 1. I chose to draw Silvervale first because I thought our designs looked the best next to each other. I was going to draw Fruit because she was an inspiration and reference I used for my design, and Bao because she was one of my first inspirations to get into VTubing aside from HoloMyth. Fudge! That's right, HoloMyth! Hololive English Gen 1 HoloMyth came out in 2020. Man, I am old. Guys, I am old. I am 28. Well, I'm still young. Don't get me wrong. I'm young. But, like, 5 years ago, Gen 1 of Hololive English debuted. Wow. I'm old. And my apology, I said this. And then there's this. Oh my gosh. You can actually see the hand sketch. Man, Cinder's such a good artist. There's no way I could do that. Oh, how are you supposed to talk live? Simple, just type in chat. Anyway. Old in terms of VTuber? Exactly cracked. I'm old in terms of VTuber. Like, I got into VTubers in 2020. Like, that's how far back. Like, for the VTuber scene, since it's a very new industry in the content creator sphere, it's, like, very brand new. And, like, even before 2020, I used to watch some videos from Kizuna Ai. Like, that was, like, back way before 2020. Like, Kizuna Ai, I think, started making content in 2016? And she's a VTuber, too. Kizuna Ai. Jesus, yeah. Yep. Debuted in 2016. Around that time, when I started watching her content, I believe I was like a junior. No, it's 2016. So yeah. Yeah, no, I watched her content around like early university/college years, Godfred. Yeah. Libido, hi! Welcome to the stream, man! King Edge Shadow Knight, bro, I'm just saying, like, I'm young, but in terms of, like, the VTuber scene, like Crack said, I'm old. Because I know I've watched Kizuna Ai. I watched Kizuna Ai content before Hololive back, like, before I encountered Hololive in 2020. Like, genuinely serious. And what's funny is that it wasn't even HoloMyth that got me into Hololive. It was Fubuki from Hololive Japanese, like JP branch. Because I learned that Hololive started in 2017, I believe, right? Gotta look this up again. Just funny because 2017 was such a good university year for me. So the first Hololive VTuber, Tokino Sora, debuted in 2017. So I guess Hololive start. Okay, hold on. Hololive founded, I guess that's the right term. Oh, Hololive production was founded on... Wait, Hololive was founded in 2017 under the parent company Cover Corporation, which was established by 2016 by Motoaki Yago Tanigo. The agency officially began with the debut of its first virtual YouTuber, Tokino Sora, in September 2017. Oh, wait. Cover Corporation was established in 2016. Hololive was founded in 2017. Oh my gosh! Hololive was basically founded when I started going to college. Oh my gosh! That's wild. Yeah. Anyway, enough about that. Enough about that. um, why did I get into that? I don't remember. Anyway, January 15, 2021. I posted a picture of the artwork I was working on. I drew it on paper, scanned it, then finished it on my tablet laptop. Wow! Dang. Nowadays, you could just have a bamboo tablet and you can do it. I mean, I guess you can still do, like, sketches and stuff. It is a wholesome drawing. Excuse me. Working on some digital art for the first time on my new tablet. Traditional art is my forte, but I'm getting the hang of drawing digitally. I'm making a bunch of drawings of myself with some of my favorite VTubers. Peep the back of my outfit. That's her tail! Get it? Because it's behind her outfit? January 31st, 2021. I posted the finished art. I called Silver an inspiration because she inspired Cinder's creation. Without her rebranding into a Sakura wolf, Sinder wouldn't exist. I used hashtag Cindervale because I thought it was a cute way to put our names together that went with the art. Me saying maybe we'd be part of the same pack was about my ambition to be part of Shoujo at the time, the big new Western VTuber group. That aged well. After it was posted, Silver's mom saw my art, liked it, retweeted it, and commented on it. This image is from the Wayback Machine, archived from the same date since this original tweet was deleted. I don't know why this would even have a snapshot in the Wayback Machine at all, or why the page is in German. I had under 5,000 followers at the time. The only reason I have this post link to even find it on the Wayback Machine is because Silvervale did, and she showed it on her stream on April 30th, 2025. Oh my gosh. Here's a little gift for Silvervale. You're such an inspiration to me. I thought it would be cute to draw us together since we're opposites. Cindervale, anyone? Maybe these wolves will be part of the same pack someday. January 31st, 2021. February 1st, 2021. By the next morning, Silver's mom had deleted her comment, unliked my tweet, and unretweeted it. Red messaged our artist mutual friend and told them what happened and asked if I did something wrong. I had no way of contacting Silver or her mom to ask them directly, so Red brought it up to them thinking they might know. They pointed out the Cindervale tag is the problem. I came from the cosplay community, and I know what a ship tag is. VTubers have art tags, meme tags, genital tags, and more. I did not intend for the tag I used to come across as a ship tag with someone I haven't even met, and it was stupid of me to not have even thought of it. I deleted the tweet right after and never used Cindervale again. Mama Vale retweeted the original post and then tweeted, oh yeah. Red's DMs with the artist. Okay, something weird just happened. Last night, Silvervale's mom retweeted and replied to Cinder's chibi art, and now the reply was deleted and the retweet is gone. Did she do something wrong? I'm not completely sure why you would ask me about it, but it might be because of the ship tag Cindervale, perhaps? Like, I would feel uncomfortable myself if some VTuber that I don't know at all would create a ship tag of me and them, TBH, and just assuming here. Sorry, I can't help. Oh, sorry, I was just bringing it up for conversation, my bad. I guess we didn't realize about the ship tag thing. Sorry to bother you with that. It's no big deal, don't worry, I was just surprised. Well, anyways, I hope your day is going well, blank. That, you, Red, hope yours too. Later that day, Silver messaged me directly, and I completely understood where she was coming from. I made a mistake, and I was so upset with myself that this was my first interaction with her. Aww. Silvervale. Hi, I've been really busy the past week, so I didn't really have a chance to reach out, but I loved your art. I just had a little bit of concern with the forced ship tag. I just feel like it was a little off-putting and in bad taste, considering we don't really know each other yet. I hope you understand. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't intend for it to come across that way. I sincerely apologize for upsetting you, and I hope you can forgive me. I had deleted the post earlier this afternoon after thinking about the tag like you said. I'll repost it in the future without it. Again, I'm really sorry. I didn't want to start off on the wrong foot with you. Yeah, Blank told me that your manager had messaged her asking why my mom retweeted it, and that you just deleted it after that. Thank you for understanding. No problem, Silver. Thanks for reaching out. Red's DMs with the artist after I spoke to Silver. Oh my gosh, Silver ended up messaging Sinder. Yeah, I talked a bit with her, and I'm glad the two could figure it out. You didn't need to do that, Blank, but I really appreciate it. You're awesome! I was literally sweating bullets. Cinder's really worried about it. I told her I think it's going to be alright. She's just upset that this is the first impression Silver has of her. Aw, it's okay, don't worry. I'm sure it's fine. Cinder apologized and removed the post so Silver is fine again. She was stressed out about how to approach, too, so you see, we all just humans after all. I'm glad everything was cleared. Thank you for reaching out to her, Blank. I think you helped out both parties with the situation. I'm glad I could help. I'm sure it wasn't Cinder's intention, so I wouldn't want Silver to think of you in a bad way or anything. That aged well. That aged well. February 5th, 2021. I reposted my artwork and rewrote part of my tweet. Silver's fan art was the only one I ever did because I felt anxious and discouraged by how the situation played out. Besides replying to her tweets, this was my last and only interaction with Silvervale until late 2022. Almost 2 years later, people have used the fact I called Silver an inspiration in this tweet as evidence for me copying her. What the actual heck? Really? A little gift for Silvervale. I thought it would be cute to draw us together since we're opposites. You're such an inspiration to me. Thank you for bringing so much joy to this community. Demon Design. November 16th, 2021. Since some people think that my demon design was a way to copy Silver's goddess design, and Red later made the comparison to Nano in their DMs, I wanted to show the timeline for it here. This was when I first brought the idea to Nano. The idea came from seeing Fruit's evil alternate design a year earlier in December of 2020, and I knew I wanted to have a similar outfit since then. Hi Nano, I just placed the Skeb. I'm so excited for it. I also wanted to ask if you do character design at all. I mentioned having a new demon outfit design for Cinder, and was curious if that's something you might want to work together on. I think it would be cool to have a model from you with the new and original designs, like 2-in-1. It's not urgent anymore, so I'm not sure when you'd like to start, if you're still interested. Thanks for the Skeb, BT Dubs, or BTW. Feel kinda sad I'm not helping to pay it, and yes, I do character designs. I'm currently working on a commission. I guess mid-December I'll be free. Don't feel bad, it's a gift for you because you've been so sweet. December would be perfect. I absolutely love your work, and I'm so happy you're able to help me. How much do your character designs normally cost? I'd also really like to hang out and play a game with you sometime if you want to. Fruit. Old body versus current body. I do still own my old uniform from when I used to control an undead army. Maybe you'll see me wear it again. I used to have quite a mean look, which is the opposite of me. On December 30th, 2020, like Cinder said earlier. December 2nd, 2021, Silvervale revealed her goddess design for the first time. I'm so excited to announce my new Sakura goddess form. This will be coming in 2D and 3D soon, trademark. Thank you so much, Kamochi-ryu, for the gorgeous design. What's your favorite part of it? And that's on, yep. December 13th, 2021, my demon design was started. I made a Google Drive folder with concepts I think would look nice for a demon design of Cinder. I included my current reference sheet for you to use too. I have notes on each image with what I like about them. Please take your time and have fun with it. I look forward to see what ideas you come up with. Google Drive. I've been debating whether or not I want the flames in this design to be orange like normal or purple to be more unique. Just wanted to mention that for you to keep in mind. The ideas so far. Wow, this was really fast. There's parts I like about it and some things I'd like to change. I played around with the colors and I think I like the orange color scheme better, but the purple was really pretty. I just don't want this design to look too different. I did a quick edit to it in PS, or Photoshop, to try and show you what direction I'd like to go in. I really want to keep the fire aspects on the design like the ears and tail. February 27, 2022, the original unused demon design was finished. It was later updated and made into a new model that debuted in 2023. Oh, nice. My first model debut. June 25th, 2022. I debuted my first model after over a year of trying to get one. I was finally able to use and show off my model to Nano, which was the third one she ever made. But the first one she made after I had her taught by another artist to cut layers correctly for Live 2D. I was harassed for allegedly copying everything about Silvervale. My model was also directly compared to her original Live 2D model as looking too much alike, being used as proof that I must have copied her. And then yeah, there's proof of that. Even when Cinder debuted, people were saying she looked like Silver, so I'm like, oh yeah. By Red's account, Silvervale was lurking in my chat sometime during my debut stream while he was modding. She was gifted sub while there, but never said anything. She never followed me on Twitch or Twitter and never acknowledged me after. Oh, yeah. Silvervale account created February 16th, 2014, previously subbed for 2 months. Oh. The user hasn't chatted in the channel. June 30th, 2022, starting a few days after my debut, Silver started to advertise her big, brand new model being worked on. My new model is so gorgeous. Sakura Tummy. July 30th, 2022. Unfortunately, her model wasn't going to be ready for her birthday, so sometime in July, she decided to get a replacement model. She asked Nanolis just weeks after my debut. Nano was not a well-known model artist back then. I was her third model she ever made, and I had her trained on how to cut her art for Live 2D. By July 30th, 2022, Nano already had Silver's model fully drawn. Red sent me this copy-pasted message from Silver in her server. I responded with great, because we both knew that if Nano was making her a new model, I was going to be accused of copying her again. Copied post message. So, as I've said many times on stream, my Sakura Goddess model won't be done for an undetermined amount of time due to delay with my artist and the sheer complexity and detail in the model. Since I always want the best for you, but I still wanted something special and new for my birthday and anniversary, and have some new eye candy for you all to enjoy. So, there might be something new coming soon. Art looks pretty familiar. Great. August 2nd, 2022, Silver tweeted she was going to review plushie collections on stream. I replied with my plushie collection, hoping she'd see it. It was another thing we both had in common, and now that I was actually a VTuber, I was hopeful to be able to connect with her and move past the awkward fan art situation from 2021. She never did the stream. It could have been for any reason that she didn't, but looking back and seeing that my reply to her was the most liked one, it would have been seen. I feel she had no reason other than not wanting to acknowledge or platform me in any way by going through these replies on her stream. This matched her behavior towards me going forward. Now that's a big speculation on Sinder's part. Send me your plushie collections to review on stream. These are all of my plushies so far. Oh. August 12th, 2022. I reposted my fan art for Silver's birthday, and she debuted her new model from Nanolis just a month and a half after mine. Even though I debuted my model from Nano before Silver, I was still accused of copying her, and that I got a model from Nano because she did. Happy birthday, Silver! I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day with lots of yummy treats. Best of luck with your subathon today. Also, like, that's some. I will say, this is not even defending Sinder anymore. I feel like she's projecting here. Because she's only, like, really interacted with Silvervale, right? And now I feel like she's putting herself in this mind space that just Silvervale isn't liking her. I mean, you can argue that the evidence that she has here, like, helps support the theory that, hey, Silvervale just didn't like Sinder. But the big thing that I wish Sinder had in her Google Doc, which, you know what, I'll get there. I haven't read through all of it. I have yet to see proof that, like, literally people have been comparing her to Silvervale. Right now, it's just people saying it. Like, you know, it's her saying it, Silvervale saying it, Spike saying it. I haven't seen, like, proof of, like, fans saying that. I really haven't. So I'm taking it with a grain of salt, just to be fair and to, like, the neutral aspect of it. But, like, if it is true that Cinder's been, like, compared to Silvervale, which I guess it's happened, there's a high probability that it's happened. I just wish there was proof of that. Then, yikes. I wish there was just, like, proof to support it, right? Because I, as pro Sinder, believe this to be true. Cinder's, okay, and then there's Silvervale's 2022 birthday and anniversary celebration part 1. Ooh, Twitch archive. TwitchCon 2022. October 8th, 2022. I tweeted a meme during TwitchCon weekend a little while before going to Silvervale's meet and greet. Excuse me. I was planning to go to introduce myself to her directly since our last personal interaction was when I first made my fan art. This was an older inside joke between Red and I and wasn't a meme going around. Boing boing. At one of my impromptu meet and greets during this TwitchCon, I had someone bold enough to confront me and ask me about copying Silvervale's model and artist. I had to clarify to them and that she got her model from Nano after I did. Okay, well, the proof I asked for... This could support it, but I wish there was a receipt. Anyway, I went to Silver's meet and greet with Aru and Red. This was the first time I spoke with her directly since my DMs with her on Twitter at the start of 2022. While we were waiting in line or right after the meet and greet, Aru suggested the idea of a canine collab between us two and Silver. This is the image of us meeting Silver that Aru posted later that day. I did not make my own tweet about meeting Silver. Canine girlies. Oh, okay. Here was Silvervale's reply to Aru's tweet. That was so adorable. It was amazing meeting you both. Canine girls. Then at TwitchCon in October, Sinder went to Silver's meet and greet at the Vishojo booth with Aru because I guess her and Silver are friends, just to like introduce herself. Holy shit, this is a lot. The blank thing is so shit, bro. Aru wanted to ask Silver if the two of them and Sinder could do a Wolf Girl collab together. I've heard some issues about blank. Aru asked and Silver never heard anything else about it. October 11th, 2022, I messaged Aru on my way home from TwitchCon if she was actually planning to ask Silvervale about the collab together, which she did. Were you still thinking about messaging Silvervale about a Wolf Girl chat? I'm not sure if she'd really want to, but I'd love to do more with you anyway. We should plan our spooky collab when we've recovered from this weekend. Yes, let me message her and ask if that's okay. Yes, I agree. Let's plan something. We can wait a bit if you're still recovering, but if you had a day time in mind, just let me know. My schedule is pretty open right now. I know I'm pooped from this weekend, but I want to do lots with my friends still. Sounds like she would be down to play games together once her schedule clears up. And then, oh my gosh, I can't even read that. Hold up. I zoomed in. I zoomed in, guys. Hold up. We gotta zoom in on some things. Gosh, I'm zooming in. Ah! I'm like zooming in so hard, guys. I'm trying to read this. I want to read this so bad. Hold on. I don't know why I'm doing Control Plus. I can just change it here. The zoom function. The zoom function. Okay. Okay, I've zoomed in. Hey, Hotscon. I'm doing okay. Alright. What did she say? I was wondering you would ever be down to play some games. All stream if had time. Totally understandable if you're too busy though. Sinder and I were just talking about how fun it would be to have a canine night. Sinder was the hellhound that was with me at the meet and greet. That would be a ton of fun. I've been really busy lately with the con prep and stuff, but things have been calming down lately. Just let me know. I know especially with how busy the holidays can be, you're probably super booked. So on Rush, I'm always ready for, and then that's it. Okay, cool. It's hard to dissect that. And then I have to do this. Okay, there we go. Alright, back to how it was. I zoomed in just to read that segment because I was like, what do you mean? I need to read this. The screenshot of Aru's DMs with Silver that she sent me, she never got back to Aru about this. Silver said here that a collab together would be a ton of fun. Oh, she posted the screenshot! I didn't need to zoom in! I'm a doofus. Anyway. Hi, it was amazing seeing you too. Okay. October 16, 2022. Silver tweeted her own version of my meme. Oh, wait, hold on. What? Okay. Meme. A week after mine, before I was retroactively accused of copying her again, I replied to her tweet with my own. This was not a meme format going around, and I don't own this format by any means, but the fact she just so happened to do the same thing I did right after I went to her meet and greet without following me on Twitter and without ever acknowledging me was very off-putting. The life of my one brain cell. We have the same brain cell! Boing boing. October 17th, 2022. A mutual friend introduced Silver, and I directly, in a Minecraft server we were both part of whilst I was streaming. A mutual friend introduced Silver and I directly in a Minecraft. What did I say? A mutual friend introduced Silver and I directly in a Minecraft server we were both part of while I was streaming. They chose to take me around and introduce me to lots of people, including Silver. I did not ask them to meet her. Outside of Silver's meet and greets at TwitchCon in 2022 and 2023, this was the only time we've spoken verbally, and the only time we've interacted in a stream setting on my stream. Silvervale was not streaming. Also, just letting you know, the reason why I'm not reading some of these things is because, like, I've already read them before, and they're mentioned previously in the doc. Let me see. Ah, there we go. Spooky Hellhound is going on a Minecraft adventure today. VTuber and whatever. November 30th, 2022. After becoming a VTuber myself, meeting her in person, being introduced by a mutual friend, and playing in the same Minecraft server for a while, another interest we had in common, and looking past the things she might have been doing towards me, I had built up the confidence to try reaching out to Silver again. I was able to DM her on Twitter because of my fan art situation. Otherwise, I would have had no way of contacting her. Her DMs are closed to people she doesn't follow, and I wasn't friends with her on Discord. I refrained from messaging her for almost 2 years because I didn't want it to be weird and embarrassing like our first interaction ended up being. I didn't ask her for a collab, or try using her, or try to profit off of her. I asked her if she wanted to hang out in Minecraft off stream to get to know each other over a game we both enjoyed. Silvervale never replied, and I never pushed or pressured her to. This is why I sent in my apology. Wow, that's actually a big jump. That is over half a year. Hi, Silver. I was wondering if you'd be down to hang out off stream sometime. Maybe we could play Minecraft together. I think the Bounce SMP Christmas update is coming soon, and they just released cars to everyone. I'd love to get to know you. Ah, I'm real sorry I missed your message. Wait, what? Oh, that's no, what? Oh! Oh my god, that's a year apart! Whoa, yeah! I was like, no, she did reply. Hold on, what? Silvervale never replied. Actually, she did. But she replied almost a year later. Wow. Ah, I'm sorry I missed your message forever ago. I hope you had fun at TwitchCon. Blank messaged me letting me know you wanted a collab. I really prefer to not do collabs. It's nothing against you at all. I'm just more of a solo game streamer. I was really flattered that you were interested, though. I'm always down if you want to message or anything, though. I'm rarely on Twitter, so messaging on Discord works, too, if you prefer that. December 2nd, 2022. 2 days after messaging Silver and almost 2 months after TwitchCon, I thought about the collab with Silver and Aru and asked her if she ever heard from Silvervale about it. Aru never said anything about this again, and I didn't ask about it again. It was okay with me that this never happened. Aru would later admit she never actually messaged Silvervale like she said below. Hey Aru, have you heard from Silvervale about doing a Wolfie collab with us? Let me message her right now. No problem, I'd love to collab with you again soon either way. Community and mascot name. November 11th, 2022. The first time the name Pyropup was ever brought up was from a viewer who suggested it since I didn't have a community name yet. I didn't want to choose a name at that point because I didn't have a mascot design yet. My chat really liked the name though. January 26, 2023. 2 months later, I revealed the finished design of my mascot and asked my chat for name suggestions. Its placeholder name was Little Friend. One of the names suggested was Pyropup again, and my chat ultimately chose it. The Little Friend is her pee-pee. That's funny. Okay. Little Friend, character design. For reference only, please interpret in your preferred style. Oh, it's cute. January 28th, 2022. I also forgot to ask if it's possible to update the text on the reference sheet. My community chose a name for the little guy. Sure, just tell me and I'll change it. Pyropup. April 12th, 2023. I messaged Nano about starting on some pose ideas for my first waifu cup when she was ready and available to. Hi, Nano. Blink was asking me when you'll have some time to work on that art for my Gamer Subs cup, and I said you were a little busy right now. Do you think we could come up with some pose ideas together when you have a chance? There's no rush. I know you're busy. Oh, of course, can do. You want it? Two-sided, right? That would be amazing. April 21st, 2023 to April 22nd, 2023. I rated Silvervale and she didn't acknowledge me by name. I've rated Silver multiple times over the years, and every time she refused to say my name when, for anyone else I've seen, she would. After this raid, Red and I both separately messaged one of our friends about it. We confided in this friend about my situation with Silvervale and Spite at WeebCon 2023. A couple weeks before this, they were offered to try talking to Silver about me. As far as we know, they never did, and these were the only messages to them about Silvervale. Silvervale plays Dead Island 2 Episode 1, 58 minutes, 10 seconds in. What are you doing?
Hello? Thank you for the raid! Thank you! Welcome, everybody!
Oh, wait.
There's the monster chick. I don't really want to play the monster chick. It's either this girl or the girl with like the green hair.
Oh, okay, so she just said thanks for the raid. At least she thanked her for the raid. I raided Silver tonight and she wouldn't say my name again. No way. It'll be okay, baby. It was okay. I hope you guys had fun too. Sinder raided Silver again and got the same rushed response with no name call out. She hates her. Sinder told me, WTF. 0 days without nonsense. Just had a call with Silver. I didn't ask her yet. I saw the message you deleted, by the way, I think, about asking Silver. I'll ask her when I think the time is right. It's been a bit since her and I called, so we were just catching up on life. No worries, Blank. Thank you for update. Of course, Blue Heart. April 26, 2023, one of my friends and I had a conversation about Silvervale leaving V Shoujo, which led me to open up to them about my experience with her. There are gaps in the screenshots where irrelevant things were being talked about. I also want to point out that the emote reaction to my message below about genuine friends wasn't there before, and this friend deleted at least one message of theirs from an unshown part of this conversation. Did you hear this V Shoujo news? Yeah, we're all screaming, bruh. Not gonna lie, Silver was oversharing. Crazy shit for real, though. Yeah, it's wild. I didn't think Blank and Silver would be the first to leave. I can't believe she said some people just aren't who you think they are. She was throwing so much shade, and Blank, girl, I gagged. That was too far, OMG. I'm pretty sure she hates me anyway, but that's another can of worms. I'm so glad us and our friends are actually genuine friends. Yeah, I always saw you comment and her never reply. Same. I love and appreciate you more than you will ever know. It's so much deeper than that. I just want to be friends with everybody. I love you, Blank, and the rest of the group so much. You breathed. You breathed. It started all because I drew fan art of her. Why would you get hated for that? And I wasn't even really a fan at the time, just liked her theming. Blank, it's a long story. The whole time I was at the airport with Blank, Red, and I were talking about it with her. I just don't get why there's so much hate. I interact with Blank sometimes, but I know Silver hates me and probably Blank by association, and I think Blank too. The whole internet, and most likely Silver, think I copied her brand design and personality. Honestly, I think Blank just minds her own business for the most part. I don't even ever see her interact with VTubers aside from Blank, and I've been acting this whole time like I'm not a real person, like I'm not a person with a personality. That's what I thought too. Bruh, it's just a wolf series of misunderstandings that have nothing to do with Silver. It's kind of late, but I can tell you the full story sometime. But basically, had my ASMR channel for almost a whole year before V Shoujo. It's the same with the Lily hate. Like, for real, I don't get it at all. Y'all are so sweet. This is my ASMR character, Comfy Cherry Blossom, and I was going to make her a wolf girl because I've always loved wolves as my favorite animal, and my favorite name my favorite game has always been Okami. So Red and I found an artist to actually design her, and then V Shoujo happened. And Silver rebranded to a Cherry Blossom Wolf Girl, like before she was a sexy rave girl or something. I didn't watch her IDK, so Red suggested we change gears since I won't be able to stand out against her, and I'd be compared to her all the time. So I took my Wolf Girl idea and did something completely different that I still loved. And I still get shit on, but I made fan art of me and Silver together because I thought we looked good together as opposites. And I made a mistake by saying she was an inspiration in the tweet. Like, she was, but not in the way people have used that as evidence for copying. I'm so tired, Blank. People got mad at that? Sinder was not derived from Silver. Bruh, Blank. Sin plus Sinder equals Sinder. It's thematic and a pun, and I wasn't gonna be Ember. WTF. They say our design are the same, our names are the same, they even say Silver had the Snanalis model first. Nana can only make models because she literally had to be trained to do mine, and Silver was at my debut, never said anything. I've never understood why people would assume that, like, why would you be silly enough to spend thousands on copying a big streamer, then 2 months later debuts a nano model? Bruh, somebody did that to me. I've tried a few times to reach out to her to make amends, but she wants nothing to do with me. I've raided her with a big stream a few times, and she refuses to say my name. People say we're actually super similar and would get along, but it'll never happen. I'm not even upset about it. It's just like a shadow over me all the time that unless I try to resolve it with her directly, it'll never go away, like Blank and Lily. It's just a lot. Only Red, Blank, and you a little bit know about all of this. Bro, that's how I feel. I haven't told anyone else any of this in over 2 years since I started about people too, but blah, 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 blah. All we can do is just move on. Yeah, regardless, I'm sorry this happened. It's like so stupid. I have you and all of our friends. That's all I need. How grudges and shit happen over nothing. Thank you for opening up with me. I love you. I trust you, Blank. I'm pretty sure Silver is working with Novel Horizons on a figure, and I'm trying to announce mine before I think she'll announce hers, just so I don't have to deal with everyone thinking I copied her again. Oh god, do it quick! April 30th, 2023, I told Nano I was trying to get her the okay to work on my waifu cup art on stream so it'd be easier for her, and I told her how much it meant to me to have the first waifu cup with her artwork on it. Oh yeah, that's been read before. Yeah, I already read that. Okay. May 4th, 2023 to May 5th, 2023, Red asked about Nano's projects, about when Silver contacted her about her model made in 2022, and encouraged her to set aside time for her own content. I already read that. Red, I asked Nana about when she made Silver's first model from her because we grew suspicious if it had anything to do with Sinder and her debut after about a couple months earlier. The few things that happened with Silver by this point in time made us believe that she had a problem with Sinder. Silver had worked with Nano before, but she wasn't known for making models in summer of 2022. Nano had only done 3 models at that time, including Cinder's. Sinder debuted on June 25th, 2022, and since I was modding the chat, I saw Silverveil lurking at the start of the stream for a little while when Sinder was introducing herself. I have no proof since I don't think I'd ever need a screenshot of it, but I've been present modding in 99% of Cinder's streams ever. Since Sinder came out with her design in 2021, she was always compared and harassed about being a copy of Silverveil. There was only one direct interaction between Silver and Sinder before her debut when she made fan art of them together. We had also been working with a mutual artist friend of Silver's for a lot of that time, who was first drawing Cinder's model before it fell through. Silver knew who Sinder was, and Sinder was gaining popularity right off the bat. If Silver believed Sinder was ripping her off, then upstaging her with a new model by the same artist right after her debut would be a great way to do it. After Silver's debut in August, Sinder was harassed that she copied Silver's model too. Being a much smaller creator than her at the time, people didn't realize Sinder actually debuted first. Man, I wish we could have, like, receipts of people calling out Sinder for that. Like, I'm being serious. Like, I wish. I believe it, but I wish I had proof to show it. May 5th, 2023. I thank Nana for the waifu cup artwork she made for me and her scale figure was announced. Now you did such an incredible job on the waifu cup artwork. Thank you so much for being the best ever. Thank you so much for the raid today, Nano. I'm so excited for your figure. I'm going to be the first one to get one. I'll be first to get one. Sorry, I didn't reply to you before. Oh shit. I'm excited and a bit nervous. Hope it sells well. No, that's okay. I'm going to tell all my friends to buy. I appreciate, not gonna lie, I'll shamelessly get all help I can. May 9th, 2023 to May 10th, 2023, Red talked to Nano about the situation with my first waifu cup, which led to me revealing our experience with Silverveil over the past 2 years. Before this, I was told that Silverveil had her own waifu cup with Nano's artwork on it that was already far into production. I was very excited and proud to have the first cup with Nano's art, and all of a sudden that wasn't going to be the case. Not only that, but if my cup was going to be released after Silver's, I would have been harassed for copying her again. Red, I did not lie to Nano about anything I said in this conversation, and I would have had no reason to. Everything I said was as I genuinely thought and experienced speaking to a friend I trusted. And, this was already mentioned earlier, so... yeah. Oh, there's new. Yeah, Red. Silver didn't like Sinder and how she would respond to Cinder's raids is the past experience we had to infer that Lily's reactions to her raids, along with her other behavior, signaled she had a problem with Sinder. Oh yeah, I've seen that, the pink OC, yeah. She's always loved wolves and she's always loved the cherry blossom motif, so we are going to turn her already successful existing character into her VTuber, but turn her into a wolf girl. We wrote her lore for it and everything. She was a cherry blossom wolf girl who was the nature goddess spirit of the forest. Oh shit, oh shit. This was like October 2020. We were waiting to start on it with Blank. We couldn't start with her until December, and 1 to 2 weeks before she was ready to work with us, V Shoujo debuted. In Silver, we branded as a Cherry Blossom Wolf Girl, so to avoid copying her and so we could stand out, we did basically the opposite of that design because of Cinder's love of metal music and Okami wolves, and the fact no one at the time had fire since Western VTubing was so new. We came up with Sinder and told Blank we had to change direction last minute in order to stand out from Silver, and also that pink cherry blossom motif was super overdone. It ended up working out since no one else but Spite nowadays really has her theming. Oh shit, this is so tense. And some people think that Cinder and Silver sounding similar, or their designs looking somewhat alike as wolf girls, or Cinder's model art and Silver's original Blank 2D model looking alike, or the fact that they're both super similar personalities and have similar sounding laughs must mean that Cinder copied everything. Maybe Silver don't talk too much with me because of Cinder. I mean, I'm not blaming Cinder, don't worry. I don't know, I wouldn't think that's the case because she's worked with you for a long time before Cinder. You've done a lot of art of her. Yes. This is kinda sad though. I think Cinder and Silver could be like sisters. I'm just wondering if she asked you for a new model because she caught wind of Cinder's upcoming debut and wants to one-up her. Oh, I already read this then. I already read all of this. Yeah, I already read all of this earlier in my previous streams. Oh shit, what have I done? Red, Nano, don't worry, I love gossips, and I was always been open to talk about drama and gossip with me. Yeah, I did read this before. Yeah, I read these screenshots are earlier in the Google Doc, so I've read these before. So I don't want to read old content. I want to read new one. In between these screenshots, Red told Nano the story about the long process of getting my first model, but it's not relevant to show here because, like, she's already talked about it earlier. I don't think I read this. And he got us with Blank, and then you know the rest, with the rigging teaching you how to make models and cutting, the swimsuit Cinder's debut last year. So Cinder most likely would have debuted a lot sooner, but the model kept everything on hold. We should have never got tied up with Blank, but in the end, we're super happy that you ended up being Cinder's artist. Now we can't imagine anyone else doing her stuff. And who knows if Blank was influenced by Silver at all, either when she decided to get a model from Blank or when Blank canceled on Cinder. But like I was saying before, Cinder debuted and Silver was there for like the first hour watching, never said anything. Then a few weeks later goes to you for a model after we got you training lol, and your art had improved so much in such a small time. Even when Cinder debuted, people were saying she looked like Silver, sounded like Silver, acted like Silver. The name is like Silver. People say these two look alike. OMG, there was even a meme we made last fall, and that was an inside joke between Cinder and I. Hold on. It's the boring one. Yeah, that's right. He did talk about that. This is all mentioned earlier. I read these earlier. Red, I'm using we're here, but Cinder had no idea this conversation was happening until I told her about it later. I was speaking for both of us without her knowledge or consent. Red, I didn't realize this message was cut off when these screenshots were taken. They briefly talk about Silver leaving Bichojo between these screenshots. By the way, about Silver's model, it's not her that came to me, it was me. Yeah, I did that. I read that. Red Nano clarified to me that she was the one who went to Silver about a new model when she told me about it on May 4th, 2023, but already regretting it due to not being up for more model work. Nano taking on more models than she could handle will continue to happen over the next couple years. Yes, so I did read this section. Okay. Yep. Red told me the gist of this conversation with Nano, and the next morning I messaged her about it. Red told me he was telling you about the full story, Lamau. Yeah, I read that, yeah. When Nano suggested I have Good Smile make my demon figure, I said they didn't even want Silver, which is something I heard from another friend. Good Smile is very hard to get to work with. She was much larger creator than me at the time, so I thought my chances of working with them were even smaller. I chose to keep this in, and I'm pointing this out because it's the only time I said anything mean about Silver in any of my DMs with anyone. Mod number 1, May 13th, 2023. I had Discord and Twitch moderator applications open, and one of Silver's mods applied. They were chosen because of their experience spotting for another large VTuber. I'll refer to them as mod number 1. Reached out to 6 applicants. 5 responded saying they're still interested, waiting to hear from 1. All 6 are still interested. Am I going to be onboarding them as mods? Like, do they need training? They all have experience in mod for other VTuber servers already. Blank, 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 blank. Discord and Twitch mod for Silvervale. Blank. I have another couple maybes I didn't reach out to, but only if we need more. May 12th, 2023 to May 13th, 2023. I asked Nano to record some voice lines for my lore video or my upcoming debut. I asked a lot of my friends to participate. A couple of the lines I gave them were in reference to the comments I got about Silvervale. Hi Nano, would you want to voice some short lines for my new debut lore video? Yes, IDK what it is, but yes. I need you to insult me. Hell yeah. There's Gosh dang it, Nano. There's a part in the video where I'm overcome by negative thoughts, and I figured it would be fun to get my friends involved to be the voices in my head, kind of like hate comments. I have some examples if you want them, Lamau. That's what triggers the demon transformation. Oh, sounds like easy job. Here's a whole list I came up with. You can choose some from here or come up with your own. Just keep in mind that I'm sending everyone I asked to participate the same list, so you could do a few to avoid too many duplicate lines. That'd be awesome. You'll never be good enough. That's a stupid idea. She's so boring. You're just a copy. This is what she calls music. You should stop trying. It's all for nothing. What you're doing is pointless. Her voice is so annoying. What a joke. Try being original for once. Fuck you. You suck. Boo. You stink. Her mom should have been the streamer. I wish she'd just go away. When's the graduation? You're a failure. Her content is actually awful. Never make music again. Who let her cook? You have hidden talent. Keep it hidden. Her music goes hard on mute, and the crowd goes mild home. End your career. Don't even bother. No one likes you. No one cares about you. You'll never be who you want to be. She needs to be different. She just got lucky. No talent. She's unwatchable. Go back to hell. Nano, I have May 15th, 2023. I messaged Nano to tell her we needed to change the artwork on one side of my waifu cup because it was too similar to Silver's. Nano, I have to give you a heads up. Gamer Subs needs us to change the orange art. Is it because of the pose issue? I was just on a call with them to discuss when my cup was being released, along with this artwork similarities between mine and Silver's cups. Since her cup has been in development since December, plus the issue with them potentially releasing so close together, they suggested we change the pose with a new piece of artwork before the end of this week. So I wanted to ask you if you think you'd be able to if you'd have the time to do that for me. Blank said he'd pay you. Oh, I already read that. Okay, this is just repeat. Okay, July 14th, 2023, and July 21st, 2023. Nano and GamerSubs were able to work incredibly hard to get my waifu cup released before Silvervale's. It was important to me to have the first cup with Nano's art on it because of how much she meant to me, and what it meant to me to be the first one to represent her on one. I was incredibly anxious about the harassment I'd get for copying Silver again if mine was released right after hers with the same artist. I was worried that my drop would be overshadowed by the first full color cup too. July 14th, 2023, my waifu cup is available now. We sell enough cups. We'll be able to start working on a flavor next. Don't forget to use code Sinder for 10% off. Pre-orders end in 2 weeks on July 28th. Dang, look at those personalities. Waifu Cup Sinder! Anyway, July 21st, 2023. It's here. Our gorgeous full-color Gamer Subs Waifu Cup is available for pre-order now. It's only here for a few weeks, so make sure you grab it before it's gone forever. Use code Silver on your order and take me home. No, thank you. This is my Waifu Cup was originally supposed to look like with the flame heart artwork on one side. I had the same flame heart kiss animation on my model, and I loved having it represented here. I was made to change it to avoid being too similar to Silvervale's cup. Silver's artwork was finished a long time before mine. I was at least able to use it on my desk mat, but I was still incredibly upset it wasn't the art on my cup or shirt. This was not Silver's fault, and I never blamed her for this, but this added to my negative experiences around her. Tail Shaker 24 ounces 1314. Oh, that's cute. Black Sea, Bright Red Sea, Clear, Logo Files, GS Outline Black.ai, Sinder 1 AI, Sinder 2 AI, what AI? Image Preview Blue reflects transparent areas. Oh, that's really cool. July 18th, 2023, July 19th, 2023, Red message Nano about Silver, asking about a model right after my Demon model debut. Red Nano mentioned to me that more people are contacting her for models because of Sinder. Red, after I asked Nano, told me Silver already asked her for a model after Cinder's Demon debut, which was 3 days before this, when I enthusiastically said, wait, did you tell her no about that model? Nano had the ability to tell me no. Silver was still her client regardless of how I felt about it, which I accepted. That's just business. Her calling Silver Cinder's enemy at the time were her words, not mine, and not how we viewed Silvervale at this time, just someone treating her unfairly. Red, we just wanted Silver to get along with Cinder, but we could recognize the way she'd always acted towards Cinder. Me saying I think Cinder and Silver will always be fighting for your work behind scenes, in the first instance of me implying we would eventually be competing directly with anyone. Nano may know what's up, kind of like gossip. Nano's always been open to talking about drama and gossip with me. And I mentioned competition. Silver, because of the fact she couldn't get along, leading to my thoughts about her being competition down the road, but I was sympathetic to Silver's point of view too. Red, I said we were fighting for Cinder Silver's shared audience's wallets with our cups and figures because Cinder's and Silver's first waifu cups dropped a week apart on July 15, 2022 to July 21st, 2022, and their scale figures a month apart on July 15, 2022 and August 12th, 2022. We undercut Silver's figure by having an earlier release date than her to avoid Cinder being accused of copying her again. We wanted Silver to at least be on good terms with Cinder. Anyone could see the potential success they'd have working together, including the money they could make. Again, I am skipping these screenshots because I already read them on a previous screen. Cinder and Redacted have reused screenshots to drive the point home. So if you want to read them, feel free to read them because I already read it. I'm not going to read it again. TwitchCon 2023, October 20th, 2023. Silver and I had back-to-back meet and greets at the Mythic Talent booth at TwitchCon. When mine ended, I saw her line wasn't so busy, so I hopped into it to say hi to her. The last time I tried talking to her was my Twitter message about Minecraft almost a year earlier. Another friend of ours happened to be there to see Silver too, so I waited in line with them. When I saw her, I congratulated her on her Novel Horizons figure and Starforged PC that were both displayed at Mythic's booth. Told her she should be proud of all the cool things she was doing recently, and I wished her luck on whatever she was planning next. Silver nodded along, thanking me, and I left. Red took a picture of me talking with her in the moment, which is not something either of us planned to do beforehand. Later in the day, I posted it on Twitter. I didn't see the harm in posting a cute picture of us together. We were both with Mythic Talent, everyone wanted to see us interact, and showing us on friendly terms could stop the harassment. I said in my apology this. Cinder's ex-post stopped by to say hi after my meet, Wolf Girls. Right after I tweeted, Red messaged our Mythic contacts about asking Silvervale to do something together. Ooh, the current meet and greet started a little late, so feel free to walk around a little bit and start grouping up around 2-ish. Thank you. Blank, what are the chances we could talk to Silvervale about working with Cinder on something? Their MNGs being back to back and them meet and greets being back to back and them sharing a lot of fans made me think whatever they do could be really good. I think pretty easy. I'll message her and ask if I can make a group chat if you want. Sounds good. And thank you guys for being awesome for Cinder today. The meet and greet was was great, and you've all been the best to work with. Thank you. We love working with you guys. So lovely meeting you both. I think meet and greet went amazing, and Cinder has the loveliest fans. Cinder had the loveliest talent management team. You guys are always so wonderful, and I'm so thankful for everything you do. I'm always happy to participate in events, so if you ever want to invite me back, I'm down to do in-person or virtual meets or any cool things you have planned for the future. This would be a cute idea. I could see our branding working together for sure if she's down. October 23, 2023. Silvervale messaged me on Twitter 3 days later where she said she isn't interested in collabs but is always down if I want a message or anything though. Sometime after this message giving me the okay, I sent Silver a friend request on Discord. Yeah, she posted this earlier. My messages with Silvervale. Here are all of my DMs with Silver after she said to contact her on Discord. Since only a few of them have been shown, I will go over them below. This quote from my apology applies here too. There's the quote. Hi, Silver. Sorry for getting back to you late. I've been super sick from TwitchCon. I guess a lot of us got sick after the last couple parties. I hope you had a good time at your meet and greet. It was nice to see you there. But yeah, no worries if you don't prefer to stream together. My manager suggested something more so like sponsorships, merch, music, or some kind of other project together that maybe Mythic could help with if needed. I'd love to chat more either way. No worries, it's been super hectic and busy for everyone, lol. I hope you're feeling better. I'm really flattered by the persistence, but I'm just not interested in transactional relationships with anyone. I hope you can understand. I completely understand. I'm finally feeling better and getting back to streaming. I had a lot of Halloween stuff planned for this week I had to miss, but gonna try and make the most of what's left of Spooky Month. I saw your new model teaser. I hope the debut goes great. I hope you're still enjoying spooky time anyway. Hoping you feel better. Thank you. I was so anxious and nervous, but I think it went pretty well. I think your new design is super pretty and unique. Everyone did such a good job on it. I ended up carving a Haunter pumpkin on stream for Halloween. Hey Silver, I just got your GamerSub stuff in the mail and it looks amazing. Oh wait, that happened. Hi Silver, congrats and good luck on your VTuber award nomination. Blank is putting on a bunch of fun events for the nominees leading up to and during the show. I hope to see you there. Hey Silver, your Valentine's outfit you debuted yesterday came out amazing. Blank design is so pretty, and I liked how you had a bunch of artists like Blank and Nano help with it. I tried to come support you during the stream, but my messages weren't sending for some reason. I hope everything's going well for you lately. Messages weren't sending for a reason? Suspicious. Late congrats on your GamerSubs flavor, Silver. The art you had done for your alternate label and mousepad was gorgeous. I hope GamerSubs sent you some of my flavor to try too. I saw some people saying our flavors were good mixed together, but I haven't tried it yet. Hope you've been doing good. Oh my gosh. Silvervale has been ghosting Sinder. I feel bad for Sinder. Oh my gosh. She was just wanting to be friends. Silvervale said you could message her, so, I mean, Silver covered that part, but... oh, man, that just sucks. Silvervale ghosted Sinder. Wow. 2023, November, then December, so that's a month apart. February, so 3 months apart. May 2024, that's 3 months apart. Oh my gosh. October 25th, 2023 to 11/3, 2023. Silver messaged me after accepting my friend request. This was our first and only conversation in our DMs. After turning down a collab, I brought up every other thing Red had talked about us doing together to see what she thought and get it out of the way now. Maybe Silver just didn't want to stream together and would be open to doing something else. I didn't say it at the time, but I also brought these things up because of the dozens and dozens of requests I'd see of fans wanting us to do something together too. I said I'd love to chat more either way, followed by I completely understand when she turned me down again. Silver never showed that message and it was cut off in her document. This was the final of 2 times I ever asked Silver to do something together, and the first and only time I asked her to do something professionally together. I didn't mind her saying no, I was just glad to finally be able to talk and try to connect. While Red had lots of ideas for us to work together, I wanted to try fixing whatever problems she had with me, and at least to be on good terms. If the public saw us friendly with each other, then I believed the harassment would stop. November 15th, 2023, I messaged Silver after I received her GamerSubs merch. I supported all of my model sisters, even Silvervale. This message was used in Silver's own document against me to make it seem like I was taunting her, claiming that Red and I were planning to force Nano cancel Silver's model. I sent this before she had the conversation with Red where Nano canceled Silver's model herself. I replied to Nano's tweet showing off mine and Silver's merch the next night too. Got my art merch from GamerSubs. They ended absolutely beautifully. I'm so happy. I'm so glad I got to work with you on this. You made us both look amazing. I love you, Nano. November 17, 2023. Here are Red's DMs with Nano's 2 days after my message to Silver, when Nano made the decision to remove Silvervale from her waitlist and cancel her model. The full conversation was in Nano's section of this document, such as the previous screenshots. Red, only 2 minutes after I asked her what she could get rid of, she showed me she removed Silvervale's and Con's model from her waitlist. Then she said she was going to blame it on Mio, her manager and husband, because she's dying with her commissions. These are also, these are Red's comments from Nano's section. Here's Nano canceling the model with Silver in their DMs, blaming Mio and her workload. This screenshot is from Silver's document. Yep. Red didn't ask or make Nano cancel Silver's model. Image from Silver's document. This is what Red told Nano in May about working with Silver. In July, Nano told Red that Silver was still her client, no matter how he may have felt about it. And here's Nano in her own public Discord server. Yep, that's right. Another day later. Red, I hope Silver would find someone else to do her model so she wouldn't come back to Nano for one. Unlike Sinder, by this point in time, I had already basically written off Silvervale because of the undeserved way she treated her. Let's see. December 6, 2023, I messaged Silver about her VTuber award nomination. February 16th, 2024, I messaged Silver to congratulate her on her new model she debuted. When I went to her stream to support her, my messages weren't sending. I didn't know what the problem was at the time, but came to find out later that I was restricted in her chat, meaning all of my messages were held to review and only visible to her and her mods. Silver had been ghosting my messages for months, but I gave her the benefit of the doubt that she just genuinely missed them. She told me she was always down if I want to message. Then, when this happened, despite everything telling me not to, I still clung onto the hope that we could make amends. I wasn't oblivious to the way Silver had been treating me since I first debuted, and maybe I was too naive in thinking this way. I would agree. There were multiple times I thought to just straight up ask her about the problems between us so we could try and work our differences out, but I never had the courage to send that message. GamerSupps flavor, April 19th, 2024 and April 26th, 2024. Silver's GamerSupps flavor launched 1 week before mine. Once again, I was told I was copying her, not just because her flavor was out before mine, but because we both had a label drawn by Nano. This was the second time our GamerSupps launches were back-to-back. April 19th, 2024, Sakura Splash is out now. Stay hydrated with the most delicious GamerSupps flavor yet. 10% chance at an extra spicy legendary label. Use code SILVER for 10% off. April 26, 2024, Pyro Power is available now. The new flavor is pomegranate tea. It's so yummy and refreshing. Use code Sinder for free worldwide shipping. May 4th, 2024, I messaged Silver to congratulate her on her GamerSupps flavor. This was the last message I ever sent to her. Red's conversations with mod number 1, May 7th, 2024. I had mod applications open again, and another 2 of Silvervale's moderators applied after being encouraged to by mod number 1. Red messaged mod number 1 for their opinion on these new applicants. They've been modding for Silver for almost 2 years alongside them. Red then asked about me being restricted in her Twitch chat a few months earlier, and if there were any problems her mod team had with me since mod number 1 had been around for a long time. Mod number 1 asked Red to keep their conversations private from me. I was never told about these conversations Red was having with them or what he was told by mod number 1 over the following year until Red and I were putting this document together. Red, I want to apologize to mod number 1 for including our messages here. I hope you understand. Hey Blank, we're going through mod apps and I wanted to ask you about a couple. We had Blank apply, who are both also Silver's mods, so basically can you give me a rundown of what you know about them, what they do over there, etc.? So Blank has done a lot Twitch side modding and has a lot of experience there and generally has a lot of good vibes. As said, he's pretty active when he's at work even, but doesn't really have the Discord access he needs to at work. Blank is also really good at what he does and is super helpful in accommodating for Discord users and Twitch users both. Blank may not be around as far as community engagement goes. They both do really good on that end. There was a third person too from Silver's that isn't a mod, and I want to emphasize this, Blank, and he's been trying to get his foot in the door for modding stuff, and I think he'd be a good pick as well, seeing as he's kind of been finding himself really enjoying fitting into Cinder's community, and so I really can't give much higher praise to the three of them than I am. I can say, though, I've known these guys for a good bit, and they definitely have been looking at more modding opportunities. Do you know how long they've been modding for her? And I'll look for Blank application. What do you mean by looking at more modding opportunities, like besides Silver and Cinder? Blank became mods at the same time, so we're running up on 2 or so years now. And by modding in opportunities, I had meant that I encouraged them to apply because I think they do well for Cinder. And I remember correctly, Blank became a Twitch mod not long after Blank. Okay, cool, thank you. And are these 3 the only ones you know of that applied from Silver's side? Just in case I missed any. To my knowledge, these are the only 3 I know of. One more thing I wanted to ask. IDK, if you remember when Cinder was talking about this unknown, but this was from Silver's chat. I guess Cinder's messages don't go through at all. I was wondering if you knew there was any problems with Cinder and Silver's moderation, like in general. I figured I'd ask before considering hiring any more of her longtime mods, if that's alright. Yeah, there's been an elephant in the room for me for a bit now. I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but a couple weeks ago I saw Cinder was monitored with chat restrictions in Silver's Twitch chat. Like, she can't send messages that will be sent at all. I went to inquire about it and was told not to worry about it. Closer to Silver's GamerSupps, or GGSupps flavor release, one of the admin lead mods started blacklisting Cinder's emotes and stuff, and it's been a thing that I can't really figure out at all. And I've really only told Blank this, and I've been trying to keep it from Cinder just to avoid any potential hurt feelings and whatnot. And if I may, I'd like to further add to something that I would request to be kept confidential between us, or at least admins if possible, for sure. So, on Silver's most recent mod apps, there was literally no questions regarding what would you do in X situation and how to handle it, and instead were questions like, who do you watch on Twitch, YouTube? Who's your favorite streamer? Do you plan to mod for anyone else? Something really weird is going over there, and I'm kind of on the brink of stepping down and trying to move more towards focusing on Cinder's community because I haven't been able to really get answers or even get the chance to ask what's going to see if there's any middle ground solutions for whatever has gone to Silver. That's interesting. To be honest with you, between us, Silver's always had something against Cinder, and Cinder's tried multiple times to go about mending that bridge, There's a long-running conspiracy theory that Cinder copied her, and I think Silver bought into it. And now that Cinder's a big streamer, it really bothers her, if I had to guess. I don't know Silver at all, just from clips and stuff. Like, I know Silver deals really badly with imposter syndrome and stuff, but this feels really different. Do you know if Silver ever said why she moved her streams to the morning? Did she ever say? She claimed it was mental health issues. IIRC. I don't know, I forget what that acronym is. What does that mean again? IIRC. If I remember correctly, that's what it was. Okay. So that's what we look at as, and of course, this was before she knew I modded for Cinder. Does she know you mod for her now? She does, because I had a while back, like August or September, something proposed we borrow the No Memes channel idea from Cinder's server because we were having trouble with political and other kind of yikes discussions in the memes channel there. And the response I got was, well, I'm glad you like modding for Cinder more than for me, which at the time wasn't true. I enjoy modding for both, but now when one has made itself comfortable living in my head while the other actually brings me some good vibes, that's pretty much why I'm weighing stepping down from Silver's server. Silver said that to you? Have you noticed her and the mods being weird or different to you since? Since I haven't made any further mention, there's been nothing in particular. Okay. But just seeing all this go down and not have a clue why or any potential fixes for it, I don't know, man. It's been on my mind for the past few weeks and it's not been great mentally. Yeah, the whole situation is a lot. Actually, did you happen to discuss applying for Cinder's mod apps with Blank in her server or privately? Privately. I wouldn't even try poking that bear in Silver's server. Game theory. I think Silver's mod apps opened really soon after Cinder's did, and I wonder if that's to replace any of her current mods and end up modding for Cinder. Not that I think it's the case, just could be a possibility considering what you've told me, especially your application question, or to take mods that would apply for both, but only availability for one. IDK, man. I can tell you one thing, 4 to 5 new trial mods Silver put up are high-tier Patreon subscribers, specifically the ones that get access to like the VR chat meets and stuff, and that you didn't hear from me. Pay to win mod apps. Unironically, that's what a friend said to me when I was hanging with him yesterday, but yeah, if I had to summarize things, I feel a lot happier being a part of Cinder's community right now, mostly because it isn't detrimental to my headspace currently, and I hate being in the middle of awkward stuff. May 8th, 2024, the other two of Silver's mods who applied were accepted because of their experience and recommendation for mod number 1. Went through the mod apps, 86, Blank, these two again, I like them because they're always active in the community and have some sort of modding experience, but I don't want that dynamic changing on them getting weird about it. Possible backups if we need them. 113 Blank, 163 Blank, 158 2 Blank, 238 Blank. These three were from Silvervales that I asked Blank about. Here's what he said. So Blank has a oh yeah, you said that. He also said that Blank have been her mods for about 2+ years, same as him, so I'm good with them, seeing as they have lots of experience modding for a larger VTuber and work with Blank already. Blank I'm iffy on because no experience, obviously. 73 Blank, 138 Blank, and then Blank. May 24th, 2024. Ah! A bot! Rit, there's a bot! There's a bot, Rit! Ah! I did. I unalived it. May 24th, 2024, Silver had tweeted her own version of this emote saying, "Hi," and I replied to her using my PyroPup one shortly after. She deleted her tweet and never reposted it. This was the last time I tried interacting with Silvervale. Hi. You can see this was a reply to @Silvervale here. After this, I gave up on holding out hope for fixing things between Silver and I. She had a problem with me for years and never wanted to address it. I would have preferred if she told me off directly instead of being fake to my face. May 25th, 2024, the next day, I read message to mod number 1 about the tweet. They told him that the post was shared in Silver's Discord server. Users were wishing for a collab between us, and then all of their messages were deleted. Sinder replied to one of Silver's tweets earlier, and I think Silver deleted it because of her. Oh, someone had shared the post in her sub chat, and a few people said they wished for a collab, and then an hour-ish later, all the messages were gone. TBH, it burns me out. May 30th, 2024, mod number 1 message read and told him that more of my emotes were getting blacklisted in Silver's chat. Just a heads up, since she wanted me to monitor things, a few more of Cinder's popular emotes got blacklisted on Silver's Twitch chat. Man, yeah, the hydrate one seems to be the target. I mean, it is an emote of Sinder drinking gamer subs, so I can understand from the angle of not wanting to advertise someone else's GG code, but I don't think that was the first thought. Do blank know about all this drama? They're aware, but they're choosing for now the route that I've gone, which is to try and avoid mention of it in Silver's server to keep the peace. TBH, I deek if Silver and the other mods, trial mods, are aware that blank are trial mods for Sinder. Maybe that's for the best for now. That's kind of what I felt, TBH. I know there'll be a point where ignoring the elephant in the room is gonna run out of time, but for now is keeping people happy, and we live and we like happy. True and real, it'll probably be when if they're promoted from trial mods. Not to be that guy, but this is kind of funny that this whole thing is parallel to the Shy Lily Blank thing. Ironic similarities and such, but two very different people at the same time. Absolutely, but Shy Lily and Blank seemingly made up. Maybe someday soon. We'll see. TBH, with the way that Silver has herself surrounded people, and as far as I can tell, not getting help to work out the imposter syndrome thing, I don't see it happening anytime in the near future. I hate talking about someone I've worked for a long time like that, but I can't really lie about it either. So many people over the years have compared the two of them that I think it's gotten so in her head that there's no changing how Silver feels. Could you imagine if they worked together? They'd be an amazing duo. June 24th, 2024, mod number 1 told Red that they suspected Silver may have cancelled her stream due to my second anniversary subathon, citing that she was in her announcement. They've been modding for her about 2 years and would have a good idea of her motivations. My actual VTuber debut anniversary is on June 25th. I don't have a screenshot of her announcement since Red was banned from her server, and I was never in Silver's server. Unsure if I can make an official connection confirmation on this, but pretty sure Silver canceled her stream today and made it a point in her announcement to add, "Thanks to those that still watch me," wondering if the subathon is connected or not. I wouldn't have thought anything of it if it wasn't finished off with that little statement. June 25th, 2024. Red expressed concern to mod number 1 about the state treatment of the mod Silver and I shared. Mod number 1 told Red that everything they've seen from Silver's side has been petty drama. Blank, you and the other mods haven't gotten in trouble over there, right? Not that I'm aware of. Why? I'm just wondering. I'd feel really bad if it was impacting anything for you guys. I mean, at the very least, it affirms that me moving towards stepping down from Silver Veils is the right call, because, like, between you and me, Red, I have no respect for petty-ish drama, and the whole thing has come across that way, and I'd rather continue supporting Sinder. July 11, 2024, mod number 1 told Red that her chatters found out that my name was a blocked term in her chat. So it looks like some Twitch chatters over in Silver's have picked up on Sinder being a blocked term, and one of the mods straight up said, "I don't answer it." Hey there, is there a special reason for the name Sinder is blocked in stream chat? That's the newest development. The reasoning was so people don't start bullshit. Nice. Very professional response. July 19th, 2024, mod number 1 message read again about the drama in Silver's mod chat about me. I wonder if she posts that. What? She does. Okay. Another layer on the whole Silver Veil Sinder thing. That second one is interesting because the "I have told you in private multiple times to very nicely please leave me alone in every aspect of my life" has never happened, like, at all. Blank seems to distinctly hate everything Sinder stands for to a T. It's almost white knighting. Early on, the sentiment that Sinder just copied everything Silver was and was adopted by a ton of people, so whatever resentment they have is long seeded with their own explanations of evidence they've convinced themselves of. Silver herself, too. Like, I'd rather everyone just coexist and be friends, it's better for both of them, but this hatred is one-sided, and I do think it's a lot of white knighting, because if Silver wasn't the one perpetuating the disdain towards Cinder, then none of the mods would either. Silver is threatened by Cinder because she copied her and is successful herself. Just sad to see Silver's mods completely brainwashed like this. Blank and I are mostly on the same page, TBH. Blank doesn't really want to be taking sides, so that's why he hasn't said much. But like one of the other mods in Silver's got gaslit super hard because he couldn't fix a mod pack, and Silver guilt-tripped the poor guy like he had committed a felony. Messages between two of Silver's moderators, I'm including mod number 1, talking about how I was restricted in her Twitch chat. So you can still see chat, but your messages don't go through. I think you still got a message saying your chat didn't go through, but you aren't straight up banned. So it hides messages from other chatters? Yep, just to avoid potentially unfun Twitter thread or whatever bullshit could come of a straight ban. And the sender doesn't see their messages are being blocked. They see something that's like, your message could not be sent or something like that, which is the same message as when a word or phrase that is blocked is typed. That's why you'll see people reword their message if the automod is catching something. One of the same mods above made an apology about what I can only assume is me occasionally chatting in Silver's Twitch chat and replying to her tweets, as if I was trying to take her crowd away from her. This analogy and them saying, I have told you in private multiple times to very nicely please leave me alone in every aspect of my life didn't come from nowhere. It leads me to believe that this is what Silver had been telling her mods happened between us. As you can see by the entirety of our DMs I've shown, nothing even similar to this was ever once said to me by Silvervale, even after I reached out to her directly about my messages not sending in her chat. Today at 2:58 p.m., let's say you're my neighbor, and every morning on my way to my car you say hello and try to draw attention towards yourself from the crowd of people that are for some reason also watching me walk to my car. I have told you in private multiple times to very nicely please leave me alone in every aspect of my life. I have never walked over to your driveway and attempted to draw attention to me from the crowd that watches you walk to your car. I have never even set foot on your property. You continue to show up in the morning in my driveway regardless. That's actually a really stupid analogy. I'm sorry. That's really stupid. But anyway. But like the other mods in Silver's got gaslit super hard because he couldn't fix a mod pack. Again, yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think I had sent you that screenshot, did I? I'd be extremely curious to see what she said about her and Cinder's interactions together, because I've seen everything they've ever said to each other. Silver absolutely seems fake as fuck in the messages compared to her actions, like completely different person, lots of ghosting Cinder, no confrontation. Here is the screenshot of mod number 1's conversation with another one of Silver's mods that they sent to red. Mod number 1 is green. To be honest, I don't know anything about that, but I kind of feel like she uses me a lot, kind of begs for help, but then ignores me otherwise. I'm a bit over it. Like, she offered me $500 to try and fix her Skyrim. I failed, so I didn't expect anything, but she made me feel like I was a fucking loser for failing. Bruh, I'm sorry, but that's just a shit move right there. Yeah, it was kind of like, sorry, Silver, I've tried for like 10 plus hours, I can't. Then she would be like, OMG, I'm crying, please help me, OMG. So I would try for another few hours. Then when I gave up, she was super guilt-trippy about it. So I had to end up saying sorry like 10 times to not be in her bad books. Felt ass. Yeah. Very intriguing indeed. Nothing like this happened. I gotta ask, how much of our conversation here does Cinder know? 0. I haven't told her. Interesting that as I'm talking to you about this, she messaged me about being in Silver's chat earlier. Her message is still blocked, but a mod replying to something she said like in chat, so she's just confused. I'm probably gonna wait a few weeks into the new job to decide me stepping down, aka my new job's work schedule is 95% overlap with Silver's stream. So if Cinder does want more clarification on the end of things I've seen, she is 1000% welcome to DM me or sit in a voice channel if she so desires. Or if she doesn't care enough, that's also fine to leave it be. Yeah, no worries. If you want, I can just relay everything we've talked about at that point. Hey, whatever is easiest. It just have to be something kept privately known, I suppose, because I'd rather not have half of Silver's Patreon on my ass, Lamau. Half of her Patreon? Her higher tier Patreon subs are like gigasimps. I hate saying it like that, but I genuinely don't know if there's a better way to describe it. That's understandable. An army of white knights to protect their queen status. Also, forgot to mention that the mods who don't have a Patreon subs can't see Patreon channels, so genuinely have no clue what goes on in the server. how is that modded then? The mods that have the Patreon sub mod those channels, and there's no overlap. Not even like the head mods over there. I would assume the admins would, but that's the best answer I have. She's literally made her biggest simps into mods and management, charging to even do the job fully. That's wild. You pretty much summed up the newest mods to a T. Gotta clock back in though. Well, last time you told me the mod apps were like, 1. How much do you love Silver? $signs. 2. Who are your top 10 favorite VTubers and don't say the wrong name? Yep, that's crazy. IDK how she maintains the audience she has. Anyways, have a good rest of your day at work. Blank. Honestly, that's the thing I like about modding for Sinder. There's legit structure and everyone gives feedback when it's needed. No, you gotta start paying to mod or for Sinder. My bikini debut in Silvervale's birthday. As early as March 2024, and Red and I were planning a Gamer Subs merch drop with my second waifu cup for my anniversary on June 25th. Everything wasn't going to be ready in time, so at the end of April we pushed it back to August to launch alongside my bikini outfit debut. I wanted that debut to be between my VTuber anniversary on June 25th and my birthday on September 14th, and since my first bikini debut was in October of 2022, I wanted to actually debut in the summer this time. We planned for August 16th. Oh my god, I need to drink water. At first, we were given the okay that August 16th was available to launch my merch. Almost 2 months later, we were told we couldn't launch that day because another creator was having their own drop, and it was requested at the start of the year. It wouldn't have mattered if it wasn't another VTuber, but since we were told it was a similar drop to ours, and for a special date, Red pieced together that it could only be Silvervale. The timing chosen for my August debut and drop we were planning had nothing to do with Silvervale or her birthday. Once Red figured out it was her who was launching something at the same time as me for the 3rd time in a row, unintentionally throwing a wrench in things again, and after my interactions with her since TwitchCon, is when I became competitive towards Silver. We doubled down in trying to launch the weekend of the 16th, but not on the 16th itself. We did eventually compromise to launch the week before on August 9th, even if it wouldn't be alongside my debut. However, a couple of weeks before the release, we were told the 16th was suddenly available, so we moved my drop to that day. After Silver launched her birthday merch drop with her new 3D model debut on August 13th, a day after her birthday, and I launched my merch drop alongside my bikini outfit debut on August 16th. August 14th, 2024, Silver's tweet was on the 14th, but her drop was released on the 13th. My new birthday drop is here. This drop is the biggest one yet. Gorgeous, stocky, new wrap cups, guaranteed special flavor labels, caffeine-free too, embroidered hoodie and sweatpants, and a bread box to fit all your G-Subs tubs. August 16th, 2024, my new Gamer Subs merch is here. A new waifu cup, collectible coin, 2 standees, the Pyro Power mousepad, and a bunch of new apparel are all available right now. Don't forget to use Sinder for 10% off. Silvervale debuted a 3D model with 2 separate outfits. You can see the pose, design, and theming of the 2 outfits in this artwork. Back in 2023, I debuted my 2.0 outfit and demon models, which were a pair to each other. You can see the pose, design, and theming of the 2 outfits in this artwork, from the same artist as the one above. Oh, that's really cool. The artwork is actually pretty cool. Oh, yeah! Anyway. Nano's, wait, hold on. Yeah, Nano's exclusivity deal in Artist Number 1. Like was shown in Nano's and Bao's sections, Artist Number 1 wanted to discuss a permanent paid position with us and suggested some kind of exclusivity for the work they did. Just like Nano, Red handled any business-related discussions with them. This is where the idea to go to Nano about exclusivity came from. Red and I had agreed we should ask Nano to not accept any more brand new model clients and to not make models or outfits for Silvervale anymore. Nano would have more time to work on my projects, and Silver wouldn't be able to get another model from Nano, and I wouldn't be compared to her if she chose to get a new one from someone else. Her artwork, commissions, and projects with her current model clients wouldn't be touched. Yeah, this has been mentioned in Nano's section of the doc, so I'm going to skip that. Let's see. We'd really love to have you be a part of our merch shop. Because, like, I know we've already covered this in the Nanolist section. Artist number 2, Nano cancels the deal. Nano couldn't keep her word. Yeah, no, this is a Nano's side document. Yeah. So this, what I'm skipping, has already been mentioned in the nano section. Okay. March 13th, 2024, mod number 1 message read and told him someone in her Twitch chat was banned for asking about collabing with me. So it's been fairly quiet on the drama front with Silvervale until today. A person apparently had been banned for asking Silver about collabing with Sinder, and then they got the unban on Twitch. They opened a Discord server ticket asking about it, and it was closed without even giving them an answer. It's being played up in the Discord server mod chat as new user to Twitch who doesn't know asking people about other streamers is bad mojo. This whole attitude is being propelled by one of Silver's older admin mods who hasn't done a thing until recently when the drama began. Damn, she really propagandized her mods against Sinder. Gotta keep up the facade. The scary thing with banning someone outright, if that went public, not that I intend on doing so, but if a banned user did, right, that's what I thought. Not only the immediate ban, but also the ignoring the ticket, but also who's going to listen to one rando without extensive evidence, because the I don't ask about other streamers rule is a valid defense. I thought Cinder's name was banned in her chat anyways. He was using text-to-speech, dono. Also, had this little thing with one of Silver's Twitch mods after they saw I got the 10 box art for Sinder in the V card, so yeah. What the fuck? What happened? Just showing your card? Yeah, and he was like, oh, you got really royally screwed. TBH, at this point, I have no reason to keep modding for Silver since I can barely catch anything, so I feel like I'm ready to pull the trigger. Seems like she has all her mods in a psyop anyways. I have nothing against Sinder, expect that Silver doesn't like her, so I don't like her. Crazy that people just fall in line. I hate picking sides, but like, that community doesn't really serve a purpose to me anymore. Right, so I'm probably going to step down tonight and focus on Cinder's community and the doors that may open. Hey man, whatever's best for you. But I think all the info I've gathered just represents the pettiness in Silvervale's inner circle. Chat reflects the streamer. Very true. And then there's the screenshot that was here. Just an FYI, I do mod for Sinder, so the royally screwed comment is kind of yikes. I just want to clarify that. Okay, sorry. Just kind of saying that for the sake of the server we're in. I get the intention, but it's enough for me treading on eggshells as it is, so it kind of comes as a personal thing for me to try and keep things tame on that front. I have no animosity for Sinder in truth, but hearing about Silver's dislike for her and why I'm not fond of her that much either. Hearing about Silver's dislike for Sinder is why I'm not fond of her that much either. February 20th, 2025 to March 24th, 2025, Red messaged artist number 2 in their DM separately from our chat and my project server to eventually ask them not to work with Silvervale. I was not aware of him doing this or of his messages with artist number 2 until putting this document together. Red, Nano canceled our deal 10 days before this because of Silvervale out of my own dislike for her and the value I placed on this artist. I asked them if they were willing not to work with her. I didn't have a reason for not telling Sinder about this. I just didn't. This was the 4th of 4 total times with 3 different artists I had ever specifically asked anyone to not work with someone else, which are all presented in this document. Hey, a blank wanted to message you separately about this. I know we had talked about cutting down your client list, but I wanted to ask if you'd be willing to not work with someone specific again in the future. I think you've only worked with them once. Oh, I appreciate you bring this up separately, and maybe there's something that I didn't know about. I'd be willing to accommodate for you guys, but could you share a bit more about why? Hey Red, I was wondering who you were referring to. Just want to be careful. Sorry, Blank, I got sidetracked with something else and forgot to get back to you. It's Silvervale. I'm not home at the moment to go into detail, but I can update you when I am. Oh, she was asking for commission not long ago. I had no idea about anything else. Please let me know when you can. Just a lot of long-standing drama, but since we consider you one of our top Sinder artists, I wanted to ask you not work with her. But since we consider you one of our top Sinder oof, okay, I really had no idea what happened. Hey, Blank, I'm so sorry, I've been keeping you waiting on this, lol. Basically, since Sinder originally debuted, she's been accused of copying her entire brand and personality from Silvervale, which isn't true. From the start, Silver bought into this theory, and ever since she has had a grudge against Sinder, even though the very few times they've interacted, Sinder was her normal, kind, polite self. In the past year or so, she's soft-banned Silver from her Twitch chat and turned all of her mods against Sinder entirely, and there's a sect of Silver's fans that vehemently hate Sinder just for existing alongside her. There's more individual things that have happened, but this is the general summary. So because we consider you one of our top artists alongside Nano and and blank, and the fact you've only done one thing for her through GS, we ask that you not work with her again if possible. Ah, thank you for letting me know. I can't believe she has been like that to Cinder, and it seems totally unfair. If she doesn't want to look too similar, which they really don't, it's kind of weird that she would commission me to draw her, knowing that I've done many artworks for Cinder. Okay, I will keep this between us. If I had to guess, it's because you've worked with Cinder for so long that she wants to have you do things for her, but yeah, the whole situation is completely unwarranted. Okay, so, unfortunately, this proves Silvervale's point. I've covered this before in the past. I've mentioned this. But when the first stream Silvervale addresses the Cinder slander, she said that there were artists that wouldn't work with her because, according to Silvervale, Cinder told them that Silvervale was bad. This just proves Silvervale's point. But at the same time, it shows why they told the artist not work with Silvervale. Based on what I'm reading here, it really feels like Silvervale just was being rude to Cinder because she just didn't like her. Like, that was it. Oh my gosh. Silvervale, I mean, like, you're entitled to ban things, right? And do all those things. But that's super petty. I mean, like, Cinder just reached out to you like a friend. She supported Silvervale, and Silvervale chooses to ignore her. See, that's what I'm saying. Guys, if you ignore the accusers, you win. Like, because Silvervale was taking she was taking dubs by just not engaging with Cinder. That's essentially what she was doing. Silvervale was ignoring Cinder, because PR is PR, good or bad, PR is PR. If you engage with them, you're promoting them. Silvervale did the right thing professionally and just ignored her. But, she just showed she was just being mean to Cinder because she was being petty to her for some reason that I don't even know. And mind you, these are the theories that Cinder and Redacted have come to based on Silvervale's repeated actions against them, and I don't blame them for thinking that, because, like, what does Silvervale have against Cinder? Like, genuinely, what does she have against Cinder? I don't remember her saying anything about Cinder, but everything I'm seeing here just looks like Silvervale just didn't like Cinder. Like, the fudge. Unfortunately, this does support, like, the claim that Silvervale made on one of her streams addressing the Cinder slander, where she's like, artists came out and said they were sorry because, you know, Cinder told them that I was a bad person or something. Something along those lines. You feel free to look up that VOD. I think I covered it. But, yeah, no, this proves Silvervale's point. But this also shows why. Yeah, like, the evidence that Cinder's providing and the way she's saying it really does sound like it. But the difference between, like, how the accusers painted Cinder back in April versus how Cinder is, like, explaining things, there's a lot of evidence here to support the argument theory that Silvervale just didn't like Cinder because? Like, apparently Silvervale was being compared to Cinder, and she didn't like that. I will say that Silvervale was being super childish. She could have just told Cinder. She could have talked it out like Cinder wanted to do, but chose not to. I don't know. I feel like this, like Cinder said it, like other people said, this would have been solved with communication. You could have been like, I just don't like you because I feel like you're copying me, and then just go from there. But apparently Silvervale is just childish enough that she's not willing to engage, and instead do petty things, like ban Cinder things, offer stuff, which is bad. In my personal opinion, I think it just shows she's a kid. She's childish. She's showing just childish, petty behavior. And it's like, seriously? If you have something against Cinder, say something. Like, the fudge. You could have said something. Instead of doing this to Cinder over, like, the past 2 years or whatnot. Like, what's the issue? Like, we don't even know, like, the issue Silvervale has with Cinder. Cinder and Redacted don't know. And the reason why they're saying this is based on the speculation on Silvervale's repeated behavior towards them. That's their speculation. Like, we don't even have a confirmation that, like, Silvervale doesn't like Cinder. Only heavily supported stuff. Like, we don't know beyond a reason of a doubt that this is the reason why Silvervale hates Cinder. We only know that there is a 99% chance that this is the reason why Silvervale just doesn't like Cinder. I want to put this out there because people might treat this as, like, straight up fact when it's, like, almost fact, if it makes sense. Like, they don't know. Because, as you've seen, Cinder has tried to reach out and Silvervale ghosted her. Like, we don't know. Cinder is only making conjectures based on her experiences and the repeated behavior Silvervale has shown onto Cinder and Redacted. So we don't know. Cinder doesn't know. But she has a speculation about it, which is heavily supported with the stuff here. So, we don't know beyond a reason of a doubt, but we do know that this stuff happened to Cinder, which then heavily supports the speculation argument that just Silvervale didn't like Cinder. I just wanted to put that out there. Yeah, but apparently, based on Red's talks with, like, mod number 2 or whatever, like, it seems that, like, Silvervale has, like, mods that are just, like, really supportive of Silvervale to, like, a cult-ish degree, from what I'm understanding. That's very concerning. AFK and Pixel drops. April 4th, 2025 and April 11th, 2025. I launched my AFK flavor and merch, and the very next week Silver drops or Pixel merch drop, making this the 4th time our Gamer Subs drops have been released back-to-back. The first time was to try and release my cup ahead of hers, and they happened to be back-to-back. The second time with our flavors could have been a coincidence. And the third was bad timing. For it to happen again randomly in April, separate from any other events, was weird. Before I continue, I want to say, like, that you shouldn't let this affect you. Well, I'm not that heavily invested in, like, marketing and stuff like that. I guess there's reason to say that. But if it were me, I'd be like, oh, okay, I'll just stick with my schedule. But I feel like I'm detached from it. Like, I am not in their position, so I feel like I cannot completely understand what they're going through. So I will retract my statement of saying, oh, they shouldn't be affected. I'm like, yeah, that's very short-sighted of me to say. Because I was never in that position. And I feel like if I were in Cinder's position, it'd be completely different. So I'm going to retract that statement. It matters. There we go. April 4th, 2025. Feeling sleepy? My very own AFK flavor, Sweet Dreams, is available now. Grab yourself a cozy doggy and bear pyro pajamas to go with my new drink. And don't forget to use code Sinder for 10% off. April 11th, 2025. My new Pixel merch is out now. Full art, metal cup, translucent koi pond, kosher, RGB mouse pad, and tons of cozy embroidered apparel. Take your favorite Sakura Wolf Girls cozy pixels home now. Talking to artist number 1 about Silvervale, April 11th, 2025, Red messaged artist number 1 asking if they were the one who took IRL pictures of Silver's Pixel merch, which they were. Once again, Red didn't tell me about this conversation he had with someone about Silvervale on this same day, and the day after, on April 12th, 2025, was when Red talked to Nano about Shy Lily, another conversation he didn't tell me about. Did you take pics for Silver's new drop? Blank. For reference, here's one of the pictures Red was talking about that Silver showed on her stream on April 11th, 2025, but only posted on April 14th, 2025. I love cozy pixel art so much. The message artist number 1 references above was their own message to Red from February 21st, 2025. The reason why this is relevant is because if artist number 1 had the sampled merch items in their hands on this date to take pictures, then the merch drop would have actually been completed and ready to be launched at almost any time Silver wanted, almost 2 months beforehand, February 21st, 2025. So pixels are pretty cool. Their conversation continued with artist number 1 pointing out how mine and Silver's merch always drop back to back, leading to Red telling him about the problems between her and I. Yeah, somehow you guys and Silver are always back to back, which, you know, do you guys talk to Silver at all? Maybe there could be a way in the future to, you know, not duke it out in a 2 weeks period if you can control win. Lol. Oh boy. Silver does not like Cinder. Wait, really? Why? Long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Alright. Buckle up. Not the scrolling text lore drop. Ever since Cinder first came out with her design in 2021, people have been comparing her to Silver, that she copied her design, copied her personality, her literal laugh, etc., and somewhere along the way, Silver must have bought into this. Cinder's tried reaching out to her in DMs, and Silver was cordial at first, but then ultimately ghosted her. It's at the point that now Cinder is soft banned in her chat, and the word Cinder is banned in her chat. She had mod apps and wouldn't accept mods that were fans of Cinder, literally asking them on the forum which other VTubers they were fans of. The mods she has been taught to dislike. The mods she have been taught to dislike Cinder because of Silver's feelings towards her, etc. Silver's deleted tweets because Cinder replied to them. Oh, and now we think there's something going on at GamerSups where there's favoritism towards Silver, even though Cinder's the part owner. Like, besides this ample thing we were talking about, there's more instances of things happening, but like, Silver hates Cinder. Sorry to hear that. It's really not the vibe or the experience I had personally, but we are in a different situations though, and she's always tried to get along because doing stuff together would be super beneficial for the both of them. Yeah, she doesn't know her true colors much from what I hear. From my experience, she's always been kind to me, but communications are a bit sporadic. But I did have the opportunity to get to know her a bit better before outside of work topics, like a bit on her personal life and backstory and stuff. Like, she used to do cosplay and compete too, so I was like, damn, she'd get along well with Cinder. But yeah, apparently not. They've been similar people, and from the start I said they'd get along great until we found out Silver had an ego. We've asked to do sponsors together with Mythic, we've asked to do merch together with GamerSups, besides just stream collabs, and all the fans want it. But there's one person in the way of that happening. Sorry, blank, it's just a very loaded topic. 5 years in the making. Blank, now you're all good. I actually really appreciate the context because I've also been wondering. Yeah, it's not something we tell a lot of people, and almost everyone is unaware, and it's not like we can address any of this publicly, so this stays between us. I'm just surprised that, considering what you mentioned, she's still reaching out to me despite having very closely associated with y'all, of course. I'm surprised she hasn't mentioned anything about it, but you provide a service that's beneficial to her, so do other creators know the schedule of other creators' upcoming drops? Typically no. They have a rotating internal 6-week calendar, but it doesn't show everything. Same, TBH. Silver's drop was completely unknown until earlier this week when it showed up silhouetted on the website. Do you think she'd purposely schedule hers next to yours? That means she'd know in advance in yours though, which... well, if it was ready to go and she could launch whenever, IDK, GamerSups could have said not last week when Cinder's drop was, but the week after is free, IDK, if they disclose whose drop it was. Typically they don't when we've asked. Because yeah, TBH, once is a coincidence, 2 is a bit sus, and if 3, then it starts to become a pattern. Sakura Splash Pyro Power, Silver Merch, Cinder Merch, Sleepy Drop, Pixel Drop. Their AFK drops were close together too, literal back-to-back. Now she has a promo V-card with this drop, which we didn't know about. So like I said, we think there's favoritism. There's more to it, it's just frustrating. So like, no matter what we do, we're always competing with her or being compared to her, and people keep asking about getting along and collabing. Didn't think of the flavors, but you're right. Definitely is pretty sus from GamerSups, to be honest. Like, from an external viewpoint, it feels more like Silver gets the part owner treatment more than Cinder. Now I feel a bit bad, TBH. Thinking about it now, we probably didn't help when we did the blank Silver than Cinder. Oh yeah, that too. Oh, and IDK if you've been following blank, but she drew Silver first, and then was going to do to Cinder blank, but is now working on Cinder. Just a coincidence, I think, but lol. Coincidence for a fact, yeah. Yee. She's done Silver once before a year ago, so they already knew each other. I was the one that introduced them. Yeah, right. I'm not saying anything bad about it, just funny. Yeah, no worries. I personally just feel bad because I did bring up Silver in passing a couple of times to Cinder in DMs without really being aware of the lore, and I hope I didn't make Cinder feel weird or awkward as a result, even though she didn't mention it. I wouldn't worry about it, it's whatever. Still, kinda sucks, TBH. Hypothetically, if there would be a way to mend things or an opportunity to patch things up, would that be something you guys would engage with, or it's just, as you said, whatever? I couldn't tell you, TBH. April 13th, 2025 to April 14th, 2025, artist number 1 messaged me in our DMs to ask if Red had told me about this conversation with them about Silver 3 days earlier, which he didn't. Red never told me about this himself, the same way he never told me about his conversation with Nano about Shy Lily days earlier. His messages with mod number 1 and with artist number 2 about Silvervale, or that Bao and Con were part of his exclusivity deal with Nano. Heyo, hope you're having a lovely weekend. Was wondering, did Red happen to mention our chat from Friday by any chances? I don't think so. Okay, what was it? Well, we had a brief convo around Silver, and how apparently she's a bit of a sore subject, and that there is a bit of history, too, for you guys. So even though he told me not to worry about it, that is whatever, and that I don't really know the details, I can't help but feel a bit bad for bringing her up to you directly a couple times in our past convos, and wanted to take the time to apologize to you if I unknowingly made you feel bad, angst, or impacted you in any way by mentioning her. I didn't really get the feeling I did at the time, but I know sometimes the simple mention of a sore subject can trigger some feelings in folks, and I'd feel bad if I made my friend feel bad, even unknowingly. So yeah, sorry. Oh yeah, it's just an unfortunate situation, but it's okay. Okay, we'll keep it in mind for the future, and let me know if I can help in any way. Thanks, Blink, appreciate it. Breaking down Silver's document. Hooray. In the events regarding Nano Silvervale, like my friends, only knew that what information Nano shared. I won't be adding or addressing most of the DM screenshots shown in Silver's document since they were all present within Nano's document, and the full conversations were already shown. After going through the things Silver wrote, I'll address the many things she claimed on her stream. Silvervale's document for reference. Silver, who wanted no personal or professional relationship with me at all, wouldn't have had any knowledge about how Red and I conducted ourselves together. She just agreed with the narrative that my other accusers decided and added to the choir of voices pushing all the blame onto me. Nano was not manipulated, abused, or treated as a tool by Red or I in the almost 4 years working together. One of the first screenshots Silver shows is this one. The message where Nano called the deal with Red fair, which included not working with Silvervale again, is completely removed from Silver's version of the screenshot. This is something Silver did herself. Here's the same screenshot in Nano's document where the bottom is also cut off to hide what Nano said. And this is how it appears in Bao's document. Nano's message isn't cropped, but because Bao had no reason to remove it. No one was sabotaged because of Red or I, and Nano wasn't manipulated, but Silver pushed readers to empathize with these false claims and the incomplete evidence on display. I drew fan art of us, I asked her to hang out offline to get to know each other, and I went to see her at her public events. When finally given the chance to ask her, she refused any kind of business relationship. I was okay with it, I accepted it. That's what Red prioritized, me pursuing. I just wanted to try to be her friend, and if not friends, then at least on good terms. She's absolutely correct in saying that she has the right to not vibe with someone. She was never obligated to be my friend, but instead of telling me that directly, she was completely two-faced to me. I did nothing wrong to her, and yet she still held some hatred against me for existing alongside her. I could have messaged Silver on Twitter again. I could have friended her on Discord out of the blue. To me, both of those would have been weird considering our history, so after being at Mythic's booth together, Red and I tried going through Mythic. You can literally see the tonal shift in Silvervale's 2 messages to Mythic after my name is brought up. She could have let Mythic tell me she wasn't interested and went on about her day. She made the decision to message me on Twitter, which was never shown in her document. In her document, Silver says she told Mythic she would rather not collab but accepted my friend request in Discord after turning me down, but never showed where she turned me down in our Twitter DMs. October 23rd, 2023. Silver didn't message me to tell me off or that she wanted nothing to do with me like one of her mods implied she claimed to them. She told me she was always down if I wanted to message or anything. I have been in Discord servers with Silvervale for years and never once sent her a friend request because I thought it'd be really weird to. It was only after Silvervale sent me this message explicitly saying that messaging on Discord would work better than that I did. Silver was the first one to message me, both on Twitter and on Discord. She conveniently cropped out my very next message after she turned me down, where I completely understood her decision, or any of my following messages that had nothing to do with monetized collabs. October 24th, 2023 to October 29th, 2023. She didn't say anything to me here, or in our Twitter message about the picture I posted of us just days earlier either. She could have asked me to take it down if she had a problem with it, the same way she did about my fan art in the past, and I would have. These 2 messages are presented out of order in Silver's document. In Nano's document, they were presented in the correct order, and you can clearly see the timestamps on these 2 messages. I don't know why Silver deliberately chose to lay them out this way, other than to try making Red's messages sound worse. I've already explained this in Nano's section, but Silver's model wasn't cancelled due to Red or I pressuring her to do it. Nano cancelled it herself, November 17th, 2023. The very next day in her own public Discord server, Nano said she was healthier and less stressed after cancelling Silver's model, November 18th, 2023. When Nano went to Red to clear up the confusion about their previous conversation, Red reassured her about working with Silvervale and that he understood her position, November 25th, 2023. Nano told Red she was going to take back Silver's model, but never did, November 25th, 2023. November 27th, 2023. If Nano lied and told Silver that her model was cancelled because of me, then I can't blame Silver for thinking that was the case. Nano chose to cancel Silvervale's model in November 2023. It was not mine or Red's fault. She never took it back like she told Red she was going to do because she was healthier and less stressed. Despite this, I don't expect Silvervale to care about what really happened to her model since Nano's currently making her a brand new one, November 17th, 2025. This is the only other message between us Silver showed in her document. She framed this DM for me as if I was secretly taunting her while working to get her model cancelled. That story is completely untrue, and this message was 2 days before Red even had the conversation with Nano where she cancelled Silver's model. My message was genuine, and Silver ghosted it anyway after inviting me to message her. I didn't do anything to warrant Silver's hate of me other than just existing as Sinder. Nano cancelled Silvervale's model in 2023 herself. Nano also cancelled her deal she made with Red because Silver asked her for art, meaning Silver lost out on nothing due to their agreement. Their agreement was for Nano not to work with Silver anymore, not sabotage her and get something she had in the works cancelled. Neither of us sought to have Silver's projects cancelled. Red asked one other artist not to work with her on his own, and as far as he knew, nothing was cancelled because of it. The rumors expressed about Silvervale were true to our own experiences with her. There was no reason for Red or I to lie about that, the same way there wasn't a reason for Red to lie to Nano about my experience with Shy Lily. I hope this document and the evidence presented will convince you that Silvervale is the person that I've shown her to be. Silvervale's claims on her streams. When Silvervale finally had the opportunity to talk all about me on her stream, she showed her true colors to everyone. However, no one watching would have known what those colors really were. Almost everything Silvervale said about me on her stream was greatly exaggerated or a lie. April 29th, 2025. 12 minutes 37 seconds to 12 minutes 45 seconds. I obviously didn't want to talk about this, but I feel like I have to. Silver didn't want to talk about this and then goes on to egregiously lie about me. 17 minutes 43 seconds to 17 minutes 53 seconds to find out that I've been systematically being torn down for years. If she was, it wasn't by me or Red. 18 minutes 22 seconds to 18 minutes 29 seconds. So yeah, I just found out about all of this like a day or so before I put out my doc. Silvervale posted her document towards the end of the day on April 26th. If Silver only found out about this a day or so beforehand, it supports my timeline in the breakdown section of when she, Cotton, and Spite were first contacted. 19 minutes 54 seconds to 20 minutes 43 seconds, I was asked if I wanted my name censored, and I wanted it censored so that people wouldn't know that it was me. But when I went back and looked at the doc or the pictures about everything that happened, I went back to my messages with her and I saw that one where she was so excited that we shared art and we shared a model, and I didn't think anything of it at all. And then I saw the fucking time step on it and I just couldn't take it, man. It was so fucked up. It was so vile and cruel and malicious for no reason. Silver's referring to my message to her 2 days before Nano canceled her model in November of 2023. I've already debunked this claim. My message to her was genuine. 20 minutes 59 seconds to 21 minutes 50 seconds. I didn't know her. I wasn't her friend. I was just someone that she beat down progressively over years for no reason. And I feel like that says a lot about a person. And I just really needed to get it out there because it was just sitting inside of me. Like so much was just sitting inside of me that I was realizing was just horrible that I've gone through, and I couldn't say anything because I thought she was just a really business savvy person. You know, I didn't know what was going on. Yeah, and it's just been gnawing at me and seeing that I felt like I had to get my side out there. As you've seen, Silvervale was not beat down progressively over years for no reason by me or Red, but Silvervale is implying that she's had a problem with me for a long time. 22 minutes 21 seconds to 22 minutes 32 seconds. I didn't talk to her. I never talked about her. Like, she was there for years talking about me. She did talk to me more than she showed, and she did talk about me, evidenced by what her mod said about me. 23 minutes 32 seconds to 23 minutes 32 seconds. Oh yeah, so it's a minute. Like, I got weird vibes ever since, like, I guess where it all started, and a lot of you probably don't even remember this, but it struck me, but it stuck with me. She had this fan art of me and her, and she made a ship tag, Cindervale. She's the one that came up with that art tag, and she talked about how close our designs were, and that she wanted to be wolf girls together, and it was so strange because I didn't know this person, like, she just came out of nowhere, and the art was sweet, but I didn't want to retweet that, like, I don't want to push a ship tag. Here's the image of my original post again. I explained above that I didn't mean for my tag to be considered as a ship tag, but Silver was valid for thinking this, and I agreed with her, which is why I immediately deleted the post once I realized. 23 minutes 32 seconds to 23 minutes 47 seconds. And what was really weird is, so my mom retweets tons of art of me, and she's amazing and I love her so much, and she didn't retweet that one. Silvervale is lying. Her mom did retweet my artwork, liked, and commented on it before she unretweeted it later. Silver acknowledged that she did too. Yep. Cotton 4K. 23 minutes 47 seconds to 25 minutes 23 seconds. So Cinder's manager messaged Yoshi. I don't know why they messaged Yoshi, maybe because they didn't want to message my mom, but they messaged Yoshi asking why my mom didn't retweet the art, which is such a weird thing to do. Like, what? Why is that just expected? And like, if that's being the first thing you do, like, that really shows that your whole goal is just social media attraction. But that's so fucked up and so shameless and strange and weird, and just really showed their hand like this is all we care about, so that was the first thing in a whole slew of things where it really just felt like this person does not care about me and is not genuine, and I just don't want to deal with it. It was so weird. I think the tweet got deleted and reworded and the ship tag got taken out, but that stuck with me for forever because it was just so fucking weird. This would be an extremely weird thing to do if it's that what happened, but Silvervale is lying to make me sound crazy. Red messaged Yoshi because she was our only friend in this space at the time, and she was mutual friends with Silver. He didn't ask why her mom didn't retweet my art, but why she unretweeted it, because there must have been some kind of problem with it. I never expected her mom to interact with my fan art or for Silver to either. That would be weird and insane. Silver said that me choosing to spend hours of my own time making fan art of us together was so shameless, strange, and weird because she chose to interpret my actions in the worst way possible. 25 minutes 33 seconds to 26 minutes 15 seconds. And then there's the TwitchCon picture, and I don't want people to get the wrong idea about it, like you got to TwitchCon to get a picture with your streamer, if it's like a meet and greet. That's totally normal most of the time, like, you don't have to ask, it's sweet when you do, but it's kind of expected you're in like a public place, you're going to get a picture taken, especially if you're just on a screen, but the fact that it was like a candid picture from far away at the perfect angle to make it look good, and then insinuate that we were closer, like wolf girls together, like, I don't know you, I want you to leave me alone, like, leave me alone. The picture was taken in the moment and wasn't pre-planned. Silvervale never told me to leave her alone. She just did the opposite just days later. If Silver had a problem with the picture I posted, you'd think she would have said something about it in this message, but she didn't. She didn't say anything about it in her Discord messages either. If she did, I would have taken it down just like I did my fan art years earlier. 26 minutes 15 seconds to 27 minutes 1 second, and that's the reason I haven't done any meet and greet since then, because I've been so scared. I know it's really, really fucked up and stupid, but I didn't want to deal with it again because you're trapped and you can't run away. Like, I didn't want her to talk to me again. I was so scared. I wanted to go to TwitchCon in person and give people hugs, sign merch and stuff, and then it was like, what if she's there, and how do I get out of that? Like, and I didn't want to deal with it, so I didn't do it. If Silver was truly scared of me coming to talk to her and showering her with compliments like I did, she could have told Mythic not to let me in her meet and greet line again if she didn't want me there at future events. She's blaming me for not going to TwitchCon because of the possibility I'd interact with her. Anyone who's met me in person knows who I am and how I act. I don't know what she was afraid of, especially when all I did was praise and encourage her at her last meet and greet. Again, she told her chat she didn't want me to talk to her again, but this is what she messaged me directly herself. 27 minutes 1 second to 27 minutes 47 seconds. I don't know, it makes me feel pathetic. I don't feel like feeling pathetic, like to be scared of someone like this, but I was. I feel really stupid and I could never say anything because, like, if you talk about how someone gives you weird vibes, then you just come off like petty or something. But like, she made me so fucking uncomfortable constantly, and I was very clear, I was very direct, like, I just don't want to be your friend, I don't want to talk to you, I said it as nicely as I could. Where was Silver very direct and say anything like that to me? 27 minutes 47 seconds to 28 minutes 20 seconds. Like, she reached out to my manager to try to get a collab, which was so uncomfortable and it made me so stressed and anxious, and it was like going to your parent or your teacher to pressure you even more, like that's an extra step above. Like, who does that? You could have messaged me. Like, the fact that you go to my manager that you know I'm going to have a hard time saying no to was just so uncomfortable. The one and only time I messaged Silver myself to do something together about a year earlier, she never responded. It wasn't about an on-stream collab, just to hang out offline. I wasn't friends with her on Discord, so I couldn't message her there. Red was the one with the idea who brought up asking Silvervale to do something together with Mythic, and I agreed. It was just to ask if she was interested, if she's down. This would be a cute idea. I could see our branding working together for sure if she's down. Oh yeah. Okay. No, I didn't know Silver would have a hard time saying no to her talent manager. Once again, interpreting my actions in the worst way possible because I never had a problem saying no to because I never had a problem saying no to mine. Your talent manager is always on the side of whatever you want to do or not do. The screenshot she shared of this conversation doesn't show her having any problem saying no to them. She very sternly turned them down at the mention of my name. Also, Sinder really loved meeting you and wanted to collab, so I told her I'd let you know and I could throw you guys in a group chat if you were interested. Silvervale, hello, I appreciate the sentiment, but I prefer not to do collabs. No worries, hope you're having a good weekend. Oh, thanks, I'm trying to just busy and lots of IRL stuff coming up, lol. Sorry for not being interested in collabs, I just like to do my own thing, but I'm always open to messages, lol. Hope you had fun at the con and everything went okay. 28 minutes, 20 seconds to 28 minutes, 50 seconds. And I was very clear. I said I'm flattered by the persistence because god fucking damn if she was persistent, but I just didn't want it. Like, you should be allowed to just not want to talk to someone. Like, why did it have to be me when I very clearly was not interested? Silver is right. She was allowed to just not talk to me. I would have been okay with that if that's what she told me. And that's not what she told me. She was not very clear. Thanks for the reminder, Crack. After Silver told me she was always down to message and I had asked about the possibility of everything else other than a collab, I just tried to talk to her. I sent her 5 messages after our first conversation over the next 6 months, all of which she ghosted. Nothing I said in any of those messages was about a collab, and all of them were just saying nice things to her. Persistent about a collab? No. Aru asked Silver about the collab she had the idea for in October 2022 that never went anywhere. I asked to hang out offline, not collab, at the end of November 2022, which Silver never responded to. Mythic asking Silver about a collab, her messaging me, and me asking about anything other than a collab on Discord were all in the span of a few days in October 2023. That's every instance there was any attempt for me to do anything with Silvervale. Persistent in trying to talk to her like she said she was always down to? Kinda, yeah. When she never replied to my message on Twitter from a year earlier, and from what she said in her message to me, I gave her the benefit of the doubt that she was missing my Discord messages and would eventually see and respond to one. 28 minutes, 50 seconds to 29 minutes, 40 seconds. Like, to go to the extent that she did to just harass me in weird ways, it was really bad, and like, they were all just little things, you know? Like, little things I was like, I don't really like this. I wish this would stop, but I couldn't say anything. I couldn't do anything. Like, I just accepted this as just how it is, you know, and I just tried to get away from it as much as I could. I distanced myself. I tried to just not address it and just do my own thing. She just wouldn't leave me alone. After our first conversation on Discord, I messaged her 5 times with positive messages over 6 months. I occasionally would say hi to her in Twitch chat until I was restricted. I very rarely replied to her on Twitter. I don't know what constitutes me harassing her after she told me she was always down to message. Silvervale never communicated to me about anything. She falsely claimed to her chat that she was very direct with me about how she felt while portraying me as this malicious person. 29 minutes, 40 seconds to 30 minutes, 4 seconds. And I don't understand why she was so obsessed. Like, I'm sure there were other people that didn't talk to her. Why did it matter so much that I didn't? It doesn't make any sense. I was not obsessed with Silvervale. Red wanted to pursue working together because he knew anything we did together would be a success. But to me, if Silvervale and I were on good terms publicly, whether through something like a collab or as small as interacting on Twitter, the harassment I was getting and she was supposedly getting too could have ended. I don't know what doesn't make any sense to her. 31 minutes, 36 seconds to 33 minutes. I just prefer that if I'm going to be playing games with someone on stream, it's someone that I know well and I know what they love me for who I am and not what they can get out of me. And I was super clear that I wasn't interested in the collab, and I tried to be as nice as I possibly could. Like, I don't know how else I could have worded that. Like, that's a transactional relationship. If you come at me asking for a collab and I say no, and then you say, well, okay, how about merch? How about a song? How about this? How about that? Like, I don't want the money. I don't want the stress. Like, if I do one thing, then people expect more. You know, it's a gateway into having this person attached to my life, and I don't know, and I'm not comfortable with. So if I do one thing, I have to do all the other things. And I just didn't want to deal with that. Her intentions were super clear, and all she kept asking was for a fucking merch and fucking collabs like, oh, we look the same. Oh, okay, we're the same made-up magical animal. Why does that fucking matter? Like, I didn't want to be around her, and I wish she would just have left me alone. As I explained, I asked Silvervale about every possibility other than a collab to see if she was interested in anything else. Red had talked about us doing together to get it all out of the way. I asked her once, she said no, I accepted that, and I moved on, just trying to be friendly with her. I didn't expect Silvervale to agree to do anything with me. I certainly didn't expect Silvervale to reach out to me herself and tell me she was always down to message either. 33 minutes 7 seconds to 34 minutes 37 seconds. It's just so fucked up how she hit it. I'm surprised. I had no idea this was going on. I had no idea. I mean, none of us did. So I guess she hit it really well, and like, I don't want people thinking like there's no one nice in the world, like there is, but it was amazing how two-faced she was and how well she hit everything. And it's fucking scary. Like, it's always what I was afraid of from other streamers, and like, you hear horror stories about like, oh, this person's so different off stream. But like, holy fuck, dude. Like, wow, it's maniacal. Like, it's so fucked up. The more I found, the more I couldn't believe it. Like, it's just like it's a bad movie. It's just so irrationally evil in every single way. Just because I didn't want to do a collab with you, you wanted to tear my life apart. It's amazing how two-faced Silvervale was and how well she hid everything. I accepted her decision when she told me she didn't want to collab after the one time I asked. She hid that from the public. 35 minutes 9 seconds to 35 minutes 21 seconds. I guess the fact that I just wasn't interested set her off so much and just like fucking broke her brain to the point she just wanted to take me out because I said no thank you. Silvervale told me she wasn't interested in a collab, and I was okay with that. She never showed that in her document, and didn't show that to her chat. At no point was I trying to take her out. I wanted to ask Nano not to work with her in a new models anymore, so Silver could get a model from someone else, and the biggest thing we were compared over wouldn't be a problem anymore. I don't see how her not being able to work with Nanolith on a model would have taken her out. Silver blamed me for all of the misfortunes in her career, when I did nothing to her, and the one time I agreed to try doing something, it didn't affect her. While I was focusing on my own content, she looked at me with scorn for years, but she broke me? 35 minutes 27 seconds to 38 minutes 8 seconds. And I keep hearing this story, and I hated her. I never hated her. I just didn't want her around me. Like, I respected that she was so business-oriented. Like, it sucks. But I respected that, you know? Like, she was a go-getter. She was very, very business-oriented. And that was really admirable and impressive, you know? Like, to grow so much so fast. And she seemed really driven, but I just wasn't interested in associating with her. Like, I just didn't want to be friends with someone I could tell was going to use me as a rung on a ladder. Like, I just didn't have the emotional bandwidth to deal with that. And I got so many weird vibes from her. But I never in a million years could have imagined he was this bad. Like, I just thought that's a little weird. She doesn't really care much about people, but there's no way she's, like, finding out that she was this cruel and malicious, like, not only to me, but, like, her best friends that she made memories with and spent years with and did, like, things together. But I can't imagine sitting next to someone and, like, making memories, going on trips, and, like, and then you think about how badly you wanted to take them down while doing that is insane. That's just fucking nuts, dude. It's so evil. Like, the things I saw and the things that kept coming out, keep coming out. Like, they're vile. How she treated people like that, thought she was their best friend, is fucking vile, and it's surprising that it took this long. I guess if she was like that, like, I don't know how you hide something like that, like your true self. It's obvious Silvervale had a problem with me for years. She did not respect me enough to even respond to my messages, even to tell me off directly, like she lied about doing. Everything she said here is untrue, and she's just maliciously parroting the claims Shy Lily and my friends made, which I said too. 39 minutes, 12 seconds to 41 minutes, 30 seconds. And like she kept making this claim that her actions towards me were like fueled by how often she saw us compared, a comparison that she originally even made with that fan art. So I don't know why she was surprised if you were the one that pushed that in the first place. Like, you were just a color swap of me, and you said that. You literally said, look, we're opposites. We're so cute. Like, why are you surprised? And I heard these same comparisons all the time too. All the fucking time. Constantly. I saw them in my chat. I saw them in Discord, I saw them on Twitter, I saw them constantly all the time, but I would never do this. Like, it's just being compared to me is the reason that you go around telling everyone that I hate you, and you slander me all because we're compared. Like, it's fucked up. Like, when I saw those things, sure, I get fucking sad. Like, how can you not get sad when people are calling this other people the better version of you, and always asking why you don't collab, and so. You're so much alike. Oh, you remind me so much of blah, blah, blah. Like, I get said, but I just think about how I could do better and put my little fucking horse blinders on and like be in my little bubble and do my own shit. I would never lash out and try to ruin someone's career. Like, people get compared all the time, but no one fucking does this. This is insane. That statement aged well. You wore that revealing dress, so you deserve what happened. That's Silvervale's argument about my fan art and how it related to years of harassment I got for her for being her dollar store version. I drew fan art of us because she inadvertently inspired Sinder's creation, not to be sent hate and called names for years. Seeing comments comparing us didn't have anything to do with me knowing Silvervale hated me. Her own actions told me that. Nothing I ever told to anyone about Silvervale was slander or untrue to the way she treated me. Silvervale said herself that she got upset because of the comparisons made between us, but instead of just being friendly to one another, she decided to put on her blinders and ignore it because she couldn't bring herself to show me the kindness I showed her at every turn. Silvervale wouldn't have been able to work with Nano if Nano didn't cancel her deal as soon as Silvervale asked her for something. She would have lost out on one artist who initially agreed to cut her off. That is hardly anything to ruin her career. 41 minutes 30 seconds to 41 minutes 57 seconds. And it's baffling that it went on for fucking years, like actual years in the background, just silently tormenting me and like running so many projects, like I didn't even know how. I just thought I was unlucky, you know? Like, it just kept happening. I was like, oh, okay, that sucks. But you know, I'll find another artist. I'll think of something else. Nothing went on for years. I didn't ruin Silvervale's projects, and she blamed me for everything that went wrong for her. 41 minutes, 57 seconds to 43 minutes, 37 seconds. It was my fucking birthday, dude. Like, I was cringe, I didn't know, but, like, birthdays are important, and it was really special. And Nano would come to me originally with that model like that. It makes, and it was really special, and Nano would come to me originally with that model like that. It makes it so fucked up, because I think I read the same line twice. Up, because, like, I originally didn't even ask for a model. She came to me, and she was like, I learned all this stuff, and I love your model so much. I really want to give you another one with all the new things I can do and the new Live 2D shit. And I was like, okay, sure. Like, it's almost my birthday. It would be amazing to have you do my birthday model. And we sketched it, and it was beautiful. It was so beautiful, and then it just got taken away. But finding out that you literally took it away from me because it's something I would be happy about and something that meant something to me, that's so fucked up. Like, it's just so evil. Like, it's so comically evil, it's insane. And this went on for years. Like, years. I had no fucking idea that any of this was happening. In May of 2023, Nano told Red that she was the one to ask Silvervale about making a new model for her. Nano canceled Silvervale's model herself in November 2023 and then chose not to take it back when she had the chance to. Silvervale's birthday is August 12th. How was this supposed to be her birthday model if her birthday had already passed months ago by the time her model was canceled? And when it was only scheduled to be started in January 2024. And then, yeah. Silvervale saying I had her model canceled for her birthday does sound extremely evil, which is why she said it. I had nothing to do with her model being canceled. 44 minutes, 14 seconds to 45 minutes, 18 seconds. And like I've been contacted by other artists after my doc came out, and I guess I'm really glad that I put that part in there about worrying that she had been saying things about me because that was true apparently. They told me that she had told them that I hated her and I was this malicious person and that I was so mean and I just hated her so much. Like, usually conveniently right after doing a project or art piece or something with me, they got traction and she didn't like, and they told me that hearing that made them less inclined to work with me again because they think that I'm this evil, terrible person, because why would she say that if it wasn't true? Like, why would you lie about someone? And this happened so much. Like, it wasn't just Nano. It was so many other people. And that's what I was talking about earlier. Silver claimed that she was contacted by so many other artists telling her I was slandering her, conveniently right after doing a project or art piece with her, because I allegedly didn't like the traction it got. Why would she say this if it wasn't true? There were 3 artists total Red or I have ever talked to about how Silvervale treated me. Nanolist, artist number 1, and artist number 2. Silver isn't talking about Nano, and she says as much. Nano was the only artist I talked to about Silvervale. She could possibly be talking about artist number 1, but Red was the one who talked to them about Silvervale. I can rule out artist number 2 being someone she's referring to here by something she said at the end of her stream, which will be addressed. Meaning that there weren't so many other artists reaching out to Silvervale. Either I'm choosing to leave out conversations I allegedly had with other artists about Silvervale in this document for some reason, or a bunch of artists separately from each other all decided to message Silver and lie to her and tell her the same story, all at the same time, or Silvervale is lying to her audience again to make me sound worse. If Silvervale's telling the truth, then she should have no problem with showing the messages from these artists. And that's what I was saying too! Like, where's the receipts for that? Like, when I remember seeing that clip a while ago, and I was like, where's the receipts then? Like, I even asked for help from the community. I think I did. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I remember asking, I was like, guys, do you know if this is true? That, like, the artist went to Silvervale and said this? Like, is there, like, receipts? Does anyone know? And from what I got back from people, they were like, we don't know. Like, I was like, oh, we only have her word then. I'm a freak. 45 minutes, 51 seconds to 46 minutes, 50 seconds. All I ever did was just want to play video games and stream and happen to be the same fucking animal. That's it. Like, that's the reason you want to destroy my whole career and ruin friendships and tear me down because people compare you to me? Like, it's fucked. It's so fucked. I don't know. It doesn't feel real. Like, it feels like I'm in this alternate reality fucking nightmare. Like, it's insane to find out all this and know that I was, like, being silently destroyed from someone. It feels like a bad comic book villain. Like, who does this? I don't want to destroy Silvervale or her career. And I didn't try to. I wanted to ask Nano to make models for I wanted to ask Nano not to make models for her anymore because of the comparisons between us and harassment I got over it, and because of the way Silvervale acted towards me for years for no reason. Pause. Guys, I need help from the Pyropups and Sinder fans. I know Sinder is saying that she's got harassment for being compared to Silvervale, and it's apparent. But can someone find receipts for these to support Cinder's case? Can someone find receipts to support Cinder's case? Like, I know Sinder is saying it, I believe her. Personally, I believe her. But I would like receipts of people comparing her to Silvervale to further support the case, because right now all I have is her word. And to some other people, they're not going to believe it unless there's receipts. Can someone go through, like, take a fine-tooth comb and go through VODs, go through Discord chats or something, and, like, provide evidence of this? Like, I believe Sinder, and I feel like that's probably the case that she was constantly harassed and compared to the Silvervale, but I want evidence, like receipts of it, so that way we can further support this theory, or support this argument Cinder's making, because, like, Silvervale didn't show messages of the artists. Silvervale didn't show, like, messages from chatters saying, comparing her to Sinder, and the same is said for Sinder. So if we could find receipts like that for Sinder, it would support Cinder's case. Like, if someone could help, that would be great. Alright, thanks for joining, Cracked. Like, I would ask for help finding receipts. Yes. If someone could, like, go through all of their content within the past, 5 years, because apparently this was a thing since, like, 2020, from my understanding, take a fine-tooth comb and just search through it. When have people compared Sinder to Silvervale? And when has people compared Silvervale to Sinder? Because I feel like we're missing that crucial receipt evidence to then, like, support this case. If people can find that evidence and post it somewhere, or let me know about it, that'd be great. So then I could be like, okay, we now have definitive proof. We have a reason beyond a doubt to see that Sinder has been harassed and compared to Silvervale. Like, that's the thing we're missing here. Because at this point, people can argue that it's just hearsay because there isn't receipts. And that's the messed up part. Like, this is true. The evidence she provides, like, ultimately heavily supports the argument that Cinder's making here, right? That she's been harassed and compared to Silvervale for years. Like, this evidence that Cinder's provided, like, heavily supports that, but it doesn't support it to the point where it's a reason beyond a doubt. That's the thing. Because without the receipts, people can still doubt it. That's the problem. And I believe Sinder, but I just don't know where to find these receipts where people are comparing her to Silvervale. Because if we have those receipts, then I can be like, I believe, beyond a reason of a doubt, that Sinder was harassed and compared to Silvervale. And I would also like it if there was receipts for Silvervale too, because then we have stuff to work with. Like, all we have right now is these VTubers' words. It'd be great if someone could find those receipts and just, like, list them. Like, hey, guys, I have proof that over the years, Sinder has been compared to Silvervale. I would love that. I would love that because I just don't have the time and energy to do it. All of my time and energy is literally put forth to just raid the doc. And then after this, I'll probably make like summarized videos that is digestible for people to look at so that way they can see the picture. But right now, I'm just focused on reading the Google Doc. Video about what happened between Gunrun and Silvervale to GVP? Wait, what? That is that a thing? I mean, if it like helps support Sinder's like argument, sure. Is there like evidence of like people comparing Silvervale to Sinder? Like I need that. Is there evidence for Sinder being compared to Silvervale? I need that. So far, I've only heard these two VTubers say it. I haven't seen receipts. I would love receipts. Please. Someone, Pyropup, Sinder fan, anyone, help this man. I'm one person! I mean, I've done a lot already. But I'm just one person. I can't find all of this. I literally rely on the community to give me the information to help analyze it and make my videos about the Sinder situation. Like, I require help from you guys. I require help from you guys. You're the people that helped me make this. So, just need help. I need help, guys. This and otherwise. Just, I need help. Anyway. I didn't want to destroy it. Okay. 46 minutes, 52 seconds to 47 minutes, 24 seconds. And her apology. Oh my fucking god, her apology, dude. Like, no words can express how fucking disgusting that was. It was zero accountability. Load of baloney. Like, it's so fucked up. Like, all of it was just so fucked up. And it's like, even like, I feel bad saying mean things about her. Like, even if they're true. Alright, here's the thing. That is stupid. It was an okay apology. Cinder's initial apology document was okay. People were pooping on it because clearly they just didn't read it or listen to other people that summarized it and were biased. But, like, read it! Like, what do you mean? She took accountability. She apologized to people. Like, what do you mean? Like, clearly you didn't read it. What? Oh, hey, Sparky! Hi! Welcome to stream. It's actually really nice to be able to talk to you. Wait, I think you were collabing with Mama Oko, right? I know you were collabing with Mama Oko. I hope that went well. I know you guys were covering the Sinder doc, and your coverage of it is intense. Like, you're going at it with a finer tooth comb than I am. So, the rise and fall of Silvervale of V Shoujo, I mean, if it contributes to the whole Sinder slander, okay, sure. But, like, I would like receipts. If anyone is willing to help me out here. Yes, you are? Oh, cool, cool. If anyone has receipts of Sinder being compared to Silvervale and vice versa, can someone please help me with this? I'm too unproductive to it. I have a life outside of this. This is literally my hobby, content creation. Like, I have a 9 to 5, guys. Like, I work. I have an hour drive to work. And the same amount of time coming back from work. I am now complaining. I mean, I like my job. I love my job. It's really cool. I like it. I can complain about it, but I like it. Otherwise, I still wouldn't be there. But anyway. But yeah, if people can help me out with that, that'd be great. Anyway, enough stalling. Silvervale repeated Charlie's claim that I took zero accountability in my apology, yet I apologized the most to Silvervale. I called myself unapologetically evil towards her, and she didn't go into detail of our interactions laid out in this section of this document. She said she felt bad saying mean things about me, even if they're true, but almost everything she claimed about me has been a lie. And see? Repeating the Shy Lily's claim. I called it! I literally was like, I noticed something listening to these VTubers, like, reaction streams to the Sinder slander. I literally was like, it's weird, like, Cottontail VA repeated it, where it's like, oh, yeah, that's right, the theme was zero accountability and throwing Redacted under the bus. Shy Lily said that, then Cottontail VA said that, then Silvervale said that, and I think Buff Pup said that? I noticed that trend, but when I looked at Vienna and Yuzu's apology, like, not apology video, Vienna, Yuzu, and Tricky's, reaction to the Sinder slander, they didn't say that narrative at all. As far as I know, they never said zero accountability and throwing redacted under the bus. They didn't say that, as far as I know. And I listened/watched to them while I was working, and I'm like, that's weird. There's like VTubers repeating the zero accountability and throwing redacted under the bus narrative, and it's like, that's weird. I covered that in one of my videos. I was like, this is weird. Right? Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, though, Sinder did admit to, she did do it. She did plan it. So that's on her. So she did have a hand in it. She did admit to it, and that's how I'm interpreting that, with the V-card thing. The relationship, I want to say we were all wrong, to a degree, because she literally was like, I didn't tell anyone me and Redacted were living together, and then something happened and we were living apart, so technically we were right, but for the vast majority of the time, we were wrong. They lived together. So, yes, because I know people were like, they lived far apart. They were really going to town about Cinder and Redacted's relationship status, and I was like, man, it's their relationship. Dear Lord in heaven, it's their relationship. Just leave them alone. And like the whole misconception, they're like, oh, you're dating, right? That means you know what each other does. I was like, girl, there's no freaking way. If that was the case, then how come divorces exist? That's a hot take. How come people break up? How come divorces exist over, like, lack of information, lack of communication thereof in relationships? I was like, dude, you guys are insane. She picked the date, but it also got moved. Oh, yeah, you're right. She picked the date, but then it got moved. And then there was a whole thing with Numi. But the thing was that Numi said that Cinder didn't have to go. Numi just made the set list so that way, if Cinder could, she could. So, like, there are lies. And the thing I feel bad about it, Sparky, is the fact is that she chooses to believe her friends made a mistake. She chooses to believe that, like, Numi didn't say that. Like, Numi said this on accident. She chose to believe Bao didn't lie on purpose. And I'm like, I feel like they did. Okay, let's say Bao was under the influence of surgery, right? Bao was under the influence of surgery. Later on, her mind clears up, I assume, you recover from surgery, and she thinks back to that moment, right? And what if she said, oh, I messed up? If she was a good friend, she would have walked back her statement. She would have apologized to Cinder. That's what I think. But she didn't. So, like, all of her friends, she said it herself, like, all the people that ganged up on her, like, whoa. Not once did they communicate with her, except for one close friend that communicated to her right after the docs dropped. That's the sign of fake friends, guys. That's me and my personal biased opinion, but that's the sign of a fake friend. They didn't communicate with Cinder. Cinder saw them as friends. They didn't communicate with her. Yeah, exactly. Like, they didn't communicate with her. They ghosted her, essentially. They blocked her. I was like, they're fake friends. They are fake friends if they do that to you. That is like one of the ultimate betrayals in a friendship. If they had an issue with it, they should have talked to her about it. All of them mixed VTubing with business. They mixed the casual side of just like friendship with business. They all did that. And they didn't even have the decency to talk to Cinder about it. If they knew, they should have talked to Cinder about it. Cinder has shown in this document that she's more than willing to talk to people. She's shown it! She's done the common decency to people. Silvervale, Shy Lily, what do? They ghost her. And then what do they do after that? They cancel her. They take her name, her brand, her livelihood, and crushed it, and threw it to the western wind. Guys, they're fake friends. Say what you will. If you like them, support them, fine. But they're fake friends. Because a true friend wouldn't do that. A true friend wouldn't make this public and do that. No. Cinder must have done something horrible, I guess, if they had to do that. I mean, like, this all could have been handled privately. This all could have been handled with, like, them talking to each other. But it's clear, in my personal biased opinion, that they're all childish people. They're all amateurs. Because what they did set a bad example in the VTubing community. It taught VTubers how to wrongly handle personal and business things. Because then after this, they're like, ooh, Shy Lily did this? Aw, cool, let's make Google Docs about other VTubers. That's like the stupidest thing ever. Unless they do something horrible. To the degree of like unaliving or just ruining someone's life. I feel like, handle this privately. All these people are like, oh, they didn't handle it privately? Oh, like they should have had, like, it bothers me that people are still saying, like, Sinder should have handled this privately. I was like, oh, heck no! Excuse me? If Shy Lily Bow and Analyst were willing to make this public, then they should expect that in return. They did defamation against Sinder. They did! The proof is in the pudding! Here! Anyway, hold on. I need to catch up with chat. I know Sparky said something. Yeah, exactly. Nano's quote-unquote new manager. You think Lily got to them? Okay, so, even if, in my personal biased opinion, even if Shy Lily allegedly got to them, even if, I don't care, like, that's irrelevant now. The fact that they didn't go back and talk to Sinder at all, the fact that they didn't talk to Sinder at all about this, after everything was said and done, after she was cancelled, after she was kicked, dragged, thrown off the cliff. Like, even if Shy Lily got to them, even if Shy Lily and Analysts got what they wanted, right? These people that Sinder viewed as friends didn't come back to her and talk to her. As far as I understand. I mean, I know I saw Mama Oko's X post like a while ago that, you know, Cinder's been talking to people, but as far as I know, like, they didn't talk to her afterwards, as far as I know. Exactly! Sparky's Tech Corner is right. How was Cinder supposed to handle it when she got blocked by all of them? How? You be up for talking for some time? Oh, sure, man. I'd be down to talk to you too. It'd be really cool. I still, dude, okay, I'm gonna take a moment to like advertise Sparky's Tech Corner. I think Sparky's coverage of the Sinder situation was really good. If you guys want to see some more of like his content, feel free to go to his channel. They're doing also a collab with Mama Oko. Mama Oko's great. Go ahead and subscribe to them. And like DramaTuber and stuff like that. I've seen their content before. I will say, one of the first ever videos I made about Cinder's situation, it was cool because they sent me your VOD. They sent me Sparky's VOD about tampering screenshots. I didn't know about it. And I was like, wait a minute, what? And I saw Sparky's Tech Corner. I made a YouTube video based off of Sparky's like video, VOD. And I was like, hey guys, check this out. There's tampering. So, props on Sparky for realizing that. And Sinder caught it too, so yeah. It'd be really cool. Feel free to reach out to me, Sparky. I don't mind. We can collab. We can talk about stuff. But, yeah, no, it's just... back to my rant. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, hold on. Have a catch up. I got something later tonight. The one I love is, she cheated so nothing she says will ever make a difference. Zoomers have this weird preoccupation with cheating. ERP isn't even real. What? Anyway. What was I ranting about? What was I ranting about? Oh yeah, I was ranting about like how stupid this Cinder slander was. Yeah, no, they're all fake friends. That's my opinion as of right now, is that all the girly pops and everyone that contributed to canceling Cinder are fake friends. Because if they were actual friends, they would have, like, talked to Cinder about this beforehand. They would have talked to her instead of doing the petty, childish, disgusting, deplorable, horrid, obscene act of dropping Google Docs. Poorly written Google Docs, I might add, because I've made multiple videos about their discrepancies. They did this to ruin Sinder. What did Sinder do to them? Like, no, genuinely, like, what did Sinder do to them for them to just ignore, block Sinder, and do this? What made them do this? I would like to know. But here's the thing, guys. From what I've seen on X and what people are saying, they're ignoring it. They don't want to deal with it. They got what they wanted. Sinder has been rubbed off the face of the girly pop brand. Sinder willingly gave up her partial ownership for gamer subs, so she's now become irrelevant. She's become irrelevant, guys. I'm gonna rant a bit. I need to eat dinner soon, because I got somewhere to go to later tonight. But yeah, just her brand has been forever destroyed, and she mentions that. Her life's been altered forever because of this. And I want to put this out there. This is so stupid. She started her VTuber career as Sinder, what, back in 2022? 2021? Something like that. It hasn't even been like, what, 5 years? And then like she was growing, and then she just lost it all because of impudent people deciding to be childish and petty and post all these Google Docs with lies and slander and posting it. It boggles my mind that this was a coordinated effort. This is horrible. And I'll be lenient to some people, personally. I would be lenient to Bao because she was under the influence of surgery, but here's the thing. She still did it. And she did not apologize for it. She didn't walk it back. Everyone's saying, like, oh, like, there are people who are, like, defending, like, all the girly pops and everyone involved. They're like, they had reasons for doing this. And when it turns out it's wrong, like, why? They're wrong. They did something horribly wrong. This is a horrible precedent in the VTubing community. It sucks. And they got away with it. And sure, people are like, oh, one day they're gonna get their justice. And I'm like, no, they're not. They got away with it. Oh, I saw that. I saw that. I was like, huh, hey, Sparky. Sparky with the low jab. Ha! I was like, whoa, hey, yo. I saw that. That was funny. But like, no matter what we do or say, they got away with it. They're barely going to lose anything of it. Even if everyone rallied together against them, they'd be unaffected. That's why I've been saying that as Sinder fans and Pyro Pups, we should just focus on supporting Sinder. Sinder in her Google Doc herself has said, if you have spread hate and harassment in support of me, then you're not a Pyro Pup, and she thinks you're horrible and disgusting, and she doesn't want to do anything with you. She said that in her Google Doc. You can read it for yourself at the end of the Google Doc itself. Like, the message to the Pyro Pups and moving forward. Like, you can check it out. Which is why I'm saying this. Alright. Let's say you choose to ignore Sinder's words. You're like, no, Sinder, we need to do justice. We have to spread hate and harassment. If you're going to ignore Sinder's words and ignore my words as well, of just don't spread hate and harassment, alright, fine. You ignore us. Okay, cool. At least be civil about it. There are tools that we have as content creators, as viewers, to use against them. It's called marking their content as not interested, blocking their channels, disliking their YouTube videos, and ultimately ignoring them. You can unsubscribe from their YouTube channels, you can unfollow from their Twitch channels, you can unsubscribe from their Twitch channels. There are tools that you can use as viewers, as fans of Sinder, against them if you're just going to ignore Sinder's warning and what I say. Just saying. Again, Sinder just has been through 5 months of hate, guys. The last thing she needs is more drama to be dragged into. We, as Pyro Pups and Sinder fans, should just be the community that she wants us to be. A community that all the other communities should look up to. Being kind, loving, compassionate, kind to each other, and if something happens, stay firm in the face of adversity while being civil. And in this case, here's what you can do. Ignore them. Let me remind you, PR is PR. Good PR, bad PR, PR is PR, you're still promoting them. If you ignore them, you win. Do you know why? I've been on the content creator space for over a decade. I'm gonna be honest with you. No engagement sucks. Content creators get paid by your super chats, by your views, by you subscribing to them, by you liking to them. I don't know about the like system, I think there's a whole thing with that. But anyway, by you subscribing to them, they get money from your engagement, from our engagement. If you ignore them, they lost your engagement, they then lose support, they lose some, maybe 25 cents off their revenue. If you ignore them, you win, they lose. Literally, that's why I'm saying, just mark their content as not interested. Just block them. Just dislike their video. Just do that. Don't, like, go on this smear campaign against them like they did with Sinder, because then you'll be dragging Cinder's name through the mud again, as if it wasn't dragged to the Earth's core to begin with. Wait, for... You got flagged, Sparky? Sheesh. I mean, there's Discord. You can just Discord me. Like, my channel has a link to my Discord server. You could just go there. Like, you can Discord me. I don't know. It's just a thing. But, yeah. But as Sinder fans and Pyropups, I think it is imperative that instead of spending time sending hate and harassment to the accusers or what have you, use that time to actually support Sinder. How do we support Sinder? Very good question, very good question. I know some of you guys in the VOD and were wondering about that, right? Well, it's pretty simple. It's super simple, actually. Just watch her content. Watch her YouTube videos. Watch her shorts. Watch her VODs. Did you know she has a clip channel and VOD channel? Subscribe to those. Subscribe to her YouTube channel. Subscribe to her Twitch. Fondle the bell. So, why did I say that? Fondle the bell so you are notified when she goes live or she posts a video. Buy her merch. Use code Sinder on checkout on the GamerSupps website to receive 10% off your order. You are supporting her by doing that. Engage positively with Sinder. That's what you should do. Join her public Discord, Cinder's Hellhole. Send memes on there. Just be a human. Be nice. We're not perfect, but be nice. Like, just support her. Put a positive comment in her videos. That's what I'm doing. By the way, I want to say that Cinder's singing voice is phenomenal. Cinder's voice is phenomenal. I want to say that right now. I have listened to her cover of Winter Rain, Convergence of Sin, the latest song that came out before she got canceled. She has a phenomenal singing voice. Guys, support her, please. Like, there's no need. It doesn't matter if we do this public smear campaign against the accusers. It's not going to change anything. They're going to get away with it. They're bigger than us. Dude, I'm a nobody. Have you seen my YouTube channel? I've done so much. I've talked about politics on my YouTube channel. I've been very biased. Like, I'm a human, I make mistakes, my content isn't the best. Like, the only reason why I'm even here now is because coverage of the Sinder slander. Like, I'm not a great person, guys. I'm a nobody. And that's just a fact. So, if, like, there's no point in me spreading hate anyway. I don't want to. There's no point in me spreading hate, because I'm not going to get anywhere. All I'm going to do is look like a freaking fool white knighting for Sinder. I'd rather use that time to watch and enjoy Cinder's content. To give her a thumbs up. To tell her, keep doing your job. Keep doing your work because your work is phenomenal. I'd rather be supporting her, sending her messages, giving her video ideas. Being like, hey, Sinder, what if you did a tier list on peanut butter and jelly? Wow, that'd be a great idea. Like, just, like, she enjoys the memes. She's literally said she's enjoyed hanging out with Pyropups, chatting with Pyropups, just playing games with Pyropups. She loves the interaction with her community. We might as well just focus on that. Because we're not going to get anything if we just send hate harassment their way. One, you'd earn Cinder's ire because she literally said, don't do that. Like, genuinely. Just support Sinder. Just send her love and support that she deserves. She's been through so much. The last thing she needs is her community going feral and being like, "Rawr! Attack other communities!" No, let's not do that. Let's be the community that other communities look up to. Let's be the community that Sinder deserves and wants. Okay? Alright? Cool. How to support Sinder? Simple. Just buy her merch. Use code Sinder on checkout. to get 10% off your order or whatever. Subscribe to her Twitch, YouTube, fondle the bell, pound the like button, pound the subscribe button so she can breed more subscribers. This is why I don't have that many viewers. This is why I can't get a girlfriend. Pound the subscribe button! Make it double. I want you to finish it. So Mr. Domingo Tango. See, that's the thing. We just need to support Sinder. Please let us all respect Cinder's wishes and just support her. Do not spread hate and harassment, like genuinely, please. I've made a YouTube video about this, and I encourage fellow Sinder fans and Pyropumps to share it. And if you're going to, like, get back at the accusers, be civil about it. Just dislike their content. Mark their content as not interested so it doesn't appear on your feed. Block them so you don't interact with them. Like, we have tools as viewers to get back at them if you're just going to ignore what Sinder says. And ignore what I say. Cool. If you're going to go against Cinder's wishes, then be civil about it. And just do that. Ignore them. What do you mean, my bad? What do you mean? What do you mean? But yeah. Okay. Let's see. I am messaging. Oh, am I? Hold on. Oh, shoot. Might have to end stream soon. What? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's not on my YouTube. It's on my Twitch, yeah. Oh, Ruby, you're fine. Fam, like, it's cool. Anyway, this document makes me rant, and I just get off topic. Real talk, though, guys. Unfortunately, I might have to end the stream soon, because I have something to do tonight, and I was just told the time, and it's like, huh, I have, an hour and 12 minutes to get to where I need to go. So I'll read a little bit more, and then I'll end the stream, because your boy got to eat dinner and then head out somewhere, so. You're too nice? Sorry, I mean, okay, man. Yeah, no, nothing bad. Guys, it's chill. Shiley Shuwad get blacklist from gamer subs. Should she? Hold on. I don't want to make this emotional, because this is going into the business side of things. I feel like gamer subs should reevaluate Shy Lily's partial ownership. I feel that gamer subs should reevaluate Shy Lily's partial ownership. Yeah, I really do. To explain why is because Cinder's a partial ownership, and last I checked, she had 10% of GamerSub shares. Shy Lily is also a partial owner, had 5% of GamerSub shares, but she did something that I find absolutely disgustingly obscene in like a professional business standpoint. She openly said on a stream, Cinder should just give up her shares on GamerSubs. She also slandered a fellow partial owner of said company, and Cinder mentioned it in her document that imagine all of the money GamerSubs lost because of Shy Lily's antics. Let me put this in perspective. Let's say GamerSubs buys 100 Pyropup plushies, or whatever, right? And each of them cost about $20. This is hypotheticals. Now, the Cinder slander happens, right? People are burning their merch, they're boycotting Cinder's goods, they're just unsubscribing, unfollowing Cinder, thinking that she's like a villainess when, you know, she's obviously not. Now, GamerSubs still has those 100 Pyro Pup plushies worth $20 each, and they're not being sold. So, if we think about it, the company lost, I don't know, 20 times $100 worth of money. Because people don't want to buy the Pyro Pup plushies because of the narrative Shy Lily and Co. has pushed out. The company lost money because of Shy Lily's antics. GamerSupps was under fire because of the Sinder slander. Sinder said so herself. At the beginning of the doc, she literally says, as of the posting of this doc, I am no longer partial owner of GamerSupps because I want to protect the company and the people there. Because the company has been under fire because of the Sinder slander and because the Sinder brand is associated with GamerSupps. Shy Lily is the reason why GamerSupps lost probably a large sum of money. Like, financial irreparable damage. Think about that. Shy Lily, a partial owner, bullied another partial owner to willingly give up their partial ownership of a company they both shared. And I know Sinder said Shy Lily had no influence on my choice. I understand why Sinder says that, but in my personal biased opinion, Shy Lily had everything to do with that choice. Sinder willingly giving up her partial ownership is her choice, but that choice was influenced because of Shy Lily, Nanolis, and Bao dropping Google Docs, slandering Sinder, painting her to be a villainess, and succeeding in that, and causing GamerSupps to lose a lot of money. The reason why Sinder had to give up her partial ownership was because of the Sinder slander that Shy Lily, Nanolis, and Bao decided to instigate. That's what it ultimately comes down to. Because let me tell you this, if the Sinder slander had not gone through, had not happened, if the Sinder slander had not happened, Sinder would still be having that partial ownership. And it still infuriates me that Sinder put in so much effort to get into where she is now, only to have to give up. No. Oh, thanks for the super chat. I just want to thank you for that. Thank you for being the voice of reason through the whole thing. No, I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. But there's better people for voices of reason. Watch Sparky's Tech Corner. Watch Mama Oko. There's better people for it. They have gone wild because Sinder drops her 1,000-page Google Doc and none of them are responding to it. With the exception of Nanolis, because as far as I know, she did lock her Discord server and posted an announcement and apologized, and in my personal biased opinion, it is a horrible apology because she didn't apologize for lying to thousands of people. Oh no, I haven't been watching the sub and follower loss, Sparky. I've been so focused. I've been mainly focused on reading this Google Doc. Oh my gosh, I'm not even... I'm almost done with Silvervale. I have Aru and Spite. Oh my gosh, I have Aru and Spite, and then I'll be done. But... I mean, yeah, I know J-Slat has, like, overwhelming shares of GamerSupps. But yeah, no, Sparky, what about the sub and follower loss? Like, what's going on there? Like... Because I know, I've seen on X, and what some people have told me, that Sinder has been slowly gaining followers on X, and she's getting followers back? Slowly but surely? Slower than how much she lost initially because of the Sinder slander. But yeah, what was it? Who said that? Excel Arts, Pyro Pup plushie, I thought they were sold out, but I was just making an example. Excel Arts. Oh yeah, Stormwalker, like about the blacklist from the GamerSupps. I would. Oh no, you're the one that said that. Like, I have to sit back and process some of this sometimes. I'm like, oh my gosh, like what the fudge? What the actual heck? Like, this is insane. I really do feel like GamerSupps need to reevaluate their partial ownership with Shy Lily. If Shy Lily does this with someone she works with in a company, another partial owner, I really do feel like GamerSupps needs to reevaluate Shy Lily's partial ownership status. Because Shy Lily openly saying about non-competes. There was a stream where Shy Lily talked about non-competes, and I was livid. I couldn't watch all of it. I forget what the stream was. I need to find it so I can bring it up. But she said something about, like, the company wants 5% of her merch sales or something. And she's like, no, I don't want them to have 5% of merch sales. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Shy Lily said this. Like, I don't want the company getting 5% of my merch sales. And I was like, what? She's like, I want it to be, what was it, like 100% for me only for merch sales? And I was like, Shy Lily, that's like the stupidest thing ever. If the company isn't going to make money off you, then there's no reason for the company to work with you. It has to be some sort of mutual agreement. If, literally, let's think about this. The company helps you platform you, right? They deserve some percentage of merch sales back because they're helping promote you. And for Shy Lily to be like, nah, 5%, nah. I keep 95%, they get 5%, nah. Nah. I'm like, what? That's so stupid. Then the company doesn't even want to work with you at that point. You're double checking the X numbers? Alright, gotcha. I'm running out of time. I said I'd be reading the document, but I'm ranting. There may be a chance I might continue, like reading the document later tonight or tomorrow morning. Just saying, there is a chance. But don't hold your breath. I will read through all of this Google Doc. Just give me time to process it and rant about it to you guys. Like, oh my gosh. It's stupid. It's really stupid. Like, what was it? It was like some VOD where Shy Lily's talking about how, like, she has a business degree and all that stuff, or something like that. I want people to fact check me on what I'm saying right now. If what I'm saying is wrong, feel free to debunk me. And provide proof, please, because I need to correct myself. I'm a human, I make mistakes, but... Just like, she was saying all this nonsense about non-competes and all that stuff. Which is different from exclusivity, by the way. Non-competes are different from exclusivity. They are. There's, like, genuinely a whole thing about that. But it's just like, she's saying all this stuff. And I'm like, get off your horse. Sit down. You're saying things that, to me, doesn't make sense. Why would you want 100% of merch sales when the company helps you by platforming you? Like, if a company doesn't, like, companies are business oriented. If a company doesn't make money off of you, the company doesn't want to do business with you. That's the thing. So for Shy Lily to be like, I don't want them to have 5% of my merch sales, I'm like, that's so stupid. Like, come on. The company put in part of the work. You're doing the rest of it. They deserve at least 1%, if not 5%. Like, stupid. That's so stupid. I remember hearing that, and I think that was the point of the VOD where I was like, I'm not gonna watch this anymore. I need to calm the freak down. That was stupid. What the heck was that nonsense? Rima's? Oh, so Rima's back from vacation? I saw a meme about that. Alright. Okay, let me read one more thing, and then I'll end the stream, because I'm already pushing it here. I have somewhere to be. 48 minutes, 37 seconds to 49 minutes, 2 seconds. It's nice to know the reason why I kept being kicked down constantly. I just thought I was really unlucky. Yeah, like, relieved. I'm relieved to know what was happening. Like, I don't think I'm not a problematic person. Silverveil was not kicked down constantly by me or Red. Silverveil claimed she isn't a problematic person. Alright, I'm done. I just want to read that, and then I'm done. Alright, guys. Pyropup Cinder fans, help me! I request that you timestamp my VOD and post it in the comments below so I can pin it, so that way people can just go to the timestamp to hear relevant parts that they want to know about. That is all. Thank you. Friendly reminder, do not spread hate or harassment in support of Sinder. She doesn't like that. Just saying. And again, if you're going to ignore Cinder's words, at least be civil about it. Just ignore the accusers, people you don't like. You can block them, you can mark their content as not interested, and you can dislike their content, because the dislike button exists on YouTube. And if you want to support Sinder, go to her card. I like cinder.card.co. You can subscribe to her YouTube channel, her Twitch channel, like her videos, like her content, like watch her videos, buy her merch, use code Sinder for 10% off on gamer subs. That's ways you can support her. You can also make encouraging messages and fan art on social media using the hashtag CinderDoodle. Okay? You can do that. You can also use my hashtag Cinder's Redemption Arc. There's a YouTube short about it. I pinned it on my X account. But yeah, those are ways to support Sinder. And please, don't directly message Sinder unless you are close with her or you got approval from a mod to do so. Please respect Cinder's boundaries. I have already seen people say they've reached out to Sinder and emailed her, and I'm like, dude, the last thing she needs is a fan messaging her in this tumultuous time. She just needs time for herself. She has a dog now. She has an actual Charlie. I don't know. But anyway. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. I may or may not continue covering this later today / tomorrow morning. But either way, I encourage you guys to share this so that people are in the know. I know my voice is small, but if I'm loud enough, maybe I can do a smidge of change and help people see the flaws and the allegations put against Sinder. Because as you can tell, I'm a Sinder simp. Alright. Huh? Sending her private messages? There have been accounts of it. You can, I know there's some expos that said, like, emailed her, I think. But, like, people send her because they're fans and they want to talk to her. That's the thing. So, please respect her boundaries. Do not message her. The thing is you can, but you shouldn't. You should leave her alone. If you're going to message Sinder, make sure to have approval from a mod before doing so. In a mod, you can contact the mods in Cinder's public Discord server, Cinder's Hellhole. Get the mod's approval, then message Sinder. Or if you're, like, a close friend of Sinder, obviously you can. Like, you've known Sinder longer than I have! Or you're closer to Sinder than I am! I'm just a loser on the internet here. So please respect Cinder's boundaries, please support Sinder, please follow Cinder's message of don't spread hate and harassment. Do not spread hate and harassment in support of Sinder, do not do that. Just ignore them, and you're good. But please, Aeropub Sinder fans, timestamp my VOD! Please! I am unproductive! Please! Help me! Ah! Okay. Oh! Excuse me! Yeah, I should. I should Excel Arts. I'm pretty sure she is never gonna want to associate with me because I kept the drama alive. Even if I'm reporting and supporting, I'm a pro Sinder saying like, hey, Cinder's like not as bad as they claim. Bruh. Why would she want to associate with a drama tuber like me? It would only bring more drama into her life. So I totally understand if she just ghosts me. So anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. Probably see you later. I don't know. I got 56 minutes to get to where I need to be. Oh lord. Life is a roller coaster. Alright. Take care, guys.